welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic. And then you're saying, great job, 49ers!
The five best players ever in the NBA, Kobe Bryant is not one of them.
Rafa, you can't say anywhere that he doesn't belong in the league. Give me that amount of money, and I'll do whatever you want me to do. Josh Allen will never make the playoffs again.
The SEC is straight trash.
This fool was a drum bump.
Oh, he was in one of those vests? Yeah. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 90.
90.
No.
Is it 91 already?
91, man. 91. Guys, welcome. Another, went dead. Something went dead. There we go.
I hear everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But guys, welcome to another amazing episode. Thank you guys for joining us. We took last week off. Just wasn't a whole lot going on. Thank you. We are live on YouTube. Guys, we are the official show of gambling. We love to talk gambling, and football season is right around the corner. Guys, we are live on YouTube. Go ahead. We're interactive. If you have any questions for the guru to my right, we have a bunch of great people in the house. We just got off the golf course. Let's go through introductions. To my left, I got editor-in-chief CJ Wowo's in the house. What up, man?
Hello, people.
We got Eddie Money,
How are
executive
people going to
producer.
know you're black with that bullshit ass fucking intro?
Yes.
Hello, people.
Hello, people.
Welcome.
Yes.
Why would I want people to know that I'm black?
We need a DEI hire on the
Yes,
show.
yes.
Whoop, there it is.
Yes.
Whoop, there it is. And the enough N-bombs that I dropped here, they need to know there's a brother on the premises.
Yes, that it's all approved. It's all been
It's
approved
all
by
been
you.
approved
Yes.
by the chief
Yes,
executive.
stamped. Boom, approval. Eddie Money, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
How was
Don't wear your hat like that.
How was Chicago?
What?
Don't wear your
yeah,
hat
you
like
know,
that.
yeah.
No,
Is
he's
the
great.
camera on you?
Is the camera on you? Yes.
His hat is fine.
Bro, his hat's fine.
No, that is not fine.
It's fine.
That is not fine.
That is that.
Bro, you
No,
like it.
Hell
I like
no.
it.
no.
I like it.
You couldn't wear that shit in 1984.
Exactly,
84
100%.
Olympics.
Yes.
Sideways?
No.
Bro,
It's
like
just like
it.
sitting on the top of your head.
What's wrong with y'all?
You can't do bangs in front of the hat.
Gay.
You can't.
You know how I know you're gay? Nope. Tuck the shit in, big time.
There
you go.
go,
I
man.
didn't see.
You couldn't see. He was doing that shit on purpose.
I do.
Gay.
Yeah.
You know how I know you're gay? That shit right there.
Yeah. Pompadour.
Yeah,
I know.
100%.
I know the Grady Smith apple is not talking right now.
That's pretty good.
Bro, listen, so you guys understand, you guys don't know shit about golf, first of all.
Oh, you do.
No, I know enough.
Okay.
When you go out there, it's a fashion show. Look at Sonny. You think
But
Sonny's
what are-
wearing...
Look at
Okay,
Sonny's golf
but-
trip, man.
When
I'm
I
not
see
winning any
Sonny,
fashion shows.
I'm like, okay, golfer. But when I see you, Rafa, it's just
You see,
giving-
nigga. That's what you see? That's
No.
what you see?
You know what he sees? The green apple Kool-Aid
Yes.
When you see Sonny, you see golfer?
Yes, on the regular golf course. I'm
I
like,
see
oh.
a fucking unibomb, a man with a bomb
Yes,
designed
yes.
fucking disguised as a bomber,
I see it.
as a golfer.
Straight from North Africa.
An
Yeah.
MMA fighter who made a wrong left turn onto the course.
100%.
Yes. Well, that being said, Big John's in the house, man. Sorry to leave you out, Big John. How you
He's
doing,
the
man?
only normal motherfucker on the show.
I'm
Look
doing
at him.
good.
He's
John,
like, I'm
you know,
doing
Big
wonderful
John
today, sir.
he's
Thank
that
you.
he's that moral compass. It always brings us back. He's always, how you
Yeah.
doing? And he will squash any of us.
Yeah,
like a
and-
freaking
Like a fly.
ant.
Yes.
Yes, with his 17 ass boat canoe shoes.
Wow. Is that your shoe size, 17?
15.
With
Fuck.
17 wide, 15 long. Fucking, he has trailer park families living in his fucking shoes. To my right, I got
Jesus Christ.
the guru. Rafa's back in the house from hiatus. How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Rafa, listen, to me, he looked like fire on the court.
Bro, it don't even matter. These motherfuckers don't know shit.
Yes.
Don't know shit.
Obviously. Well, guys, thank you for joining us. We got a lot of stuff to get into. We've been away for a little bit. Sonny's in the house. Sonny Flo is in the house. My son, North Carolina bound, ready for his junior season of wrestlings. But and then E-Buck also in the house. What up, E-Buck?
What up, Pippin?
This dude, I swear to God, Eddie Money, if you could hit the ball, he hits the ball longer than anyone I've ever seen on the golf course. It's just always on the opposite fairway.
Always
to
left.
the left.
Always left. It's like he don't slice. He
Yeah,
pulls.
yeah.
This man pulls. I would love to get these two turds on the golf course. I guarantee you.
Yes.
These two sorry fucks
Yes.
won't 10 shots on a
about
par
me?
3. Both of you. Both of yous.
You know he's not talking to Big John.
No.
I'm not talking to Big John.
No,
Big John is a
listen,
fucking
listen.
a beautiful man.
I won't hit one of them motherfuckers.
Beautiful.
Oh,
fellow.
100%.
Let alone 10. I won't hit one. You see me at Topgolf, I'm the shit. I will whiff every time.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Well, guys.
I'd like to get Eddie Money out there.
Yes.
Big lanky motherfucker.
Where's
I'm on the mini greens. I'm on the mini golf.
the
course.
mini
I'll be
greens?
putting-
Here we
you
go.
look like a Jolly Green Giant with green beans on the mini green.
That's a literal Jolly Green.
Oh,
Look
Man,
at
I
it,
match
look
head to toe. I'm a
That's not even
ninja.
the same color.
I'm a ninja. It doesn't matter. It's on the golf course. It all goes together. Wait till I wear hot pink next week.
at it. Yes.
Dead
No.
ass. Dead
I've
ass.
seen it before.
All right,
Yes.
good. You go. I'm gonna wear the hat too. All hot pink next week.
I like lemonade Starburst. So
Oh, I wear that color as well. All the shit. Man,
Well-
CJ's gonna talk shit like if he hasn't been to a couple black weddings. You seen the suits? You seen the suits? Stop it. Orange suits and shit.
Purple.
Purple.
I
Yes.
don't need to go to a wedding. I go right to church on Sunday.
Ouch.
Goes to Lucille's after
Lucille.
church.
All of them.
All
Look
of
like
them.
the fucking
The
Power
whole
Rangers.
rainbow.
Oh,
the whole rainbow.
the whole thing.
The whole rainbow. The spectrum.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
before we get in more trouble, episode 91. Famous 91s. Who has one? Anyone?
You big motherfuckers gotta have one.
Bueller. Famous 91s.
I'm gonna go Bosco Legend Suave Poti personally.
Don't
Yes.
even know who that is.
That's no, he wore 31.
No, he wore 91.
He
at
was so
Bosco.
big that the
No,
3 turned
he wore
into a 9.
31.
Yeah.
Naeem wore 91.
No, Naeem. It was
Naeem
Naeem.
wore
Naeem.
91.
My
All
bad,
right.
Naeem.
You gotta have some.
What about the Ngakwe? Cole-
Yannick Ngakoue?
Yes, Yannick. Yannick wore 91.
Derek Nanati or Nady from
What
the
about-
Chiefs. He wears 91.
What about Kevin Green? I feel like Kevin Green wore 91.
The linebacker?
Yeah.
Ah,
Correct.
goodness. That Kevin Green?
Yeah?
Man.
Good pull, Santiago.
That was a good linebacking core.
Nice,
Oh, that
Greg
was
Lloyd,
Greg Lloyd.
Kevin Green, Rob Woods in the back.
Ooh.
That was phenomenal team.
Dangerous.
Dennis
Dang.
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman wore
91.
91.
Good pull, Eddie Money. Anyone? Any other 91s, man?
Rick
No.
Forrest also said Dennis Rodman. He also said it looks like a Tour de France hat. You're wearing.
Southern Dunes hat, by the way. But
There you go.
hey, I could be on the tour as well. Number 91, Sergei Fedorov, the Detroit Red Wings, 91.
Sergei Fedorov, one of the goats.
Yes.
I've been to that arena, dude. There's so many Hall
You've
of
been
Famers.
in Detroit?
Yes,
You survived?
I did survive. You know what? Detroit, if you stay in this little pocket of the Tiger Stadium, Lions, and then the
It's kind of like coming here to LA. You just stay in the
you
pocket.
stay in the pocket. You stay, you good, man.
Yeah.
You good. Yeah, but Detroit was kind of fire. Kind of love it. Mom Spaghetti. We had
Eminem.
Eminem. No. His mom
The
didn't make
restaurant.
spaghetti.
That's the restaurant. What it's called?
Yeah.
Mom Spaghetti.
Mom
fucking
Spaghetti.
expand your fucking.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
My, my mom literally made spaghetti last week. So I,
Oh,
okay.
there you go.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Don't do a
Didn't you
rap
just
album
go to
about it.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't they
What?
got
How was
spaghetti and shit out
Chicago,
there?
Eddie Money? Tell me you had a
Surprised you didn't get shot.
Italian.
robbed.
Did you have an Italian beef sandwich?
Throwing jabs.
no, I
Throwing
usually
jabs.
get Chicago style pizza, but I just got drunk the whole weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Luckily, you didn't get shot. You didn't go to O Block.
Chicago drunk.
Nah, I've been
Oh,
there. I show myself. You know what I'm saying?
All right. You report.
He represented.
Yeah,
GD or BD?
he reported.
Yeah.
How
they,
many-
they had a report.
Big lanky dude with a nutsack hanging out, reporting for duty. Just reporting I'm in the hood.
How was the pizza?
Phenomenal.
Pizza's trash in Chicago.
Tripping.
Chicago style is dick.
No,
Tripping.
That's the deep dish, right?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. What?
Oh hell no.
If you do it right, there's a couple places that are like world famous.
BJ's.
No,
No.
not,
What?
not,
BJ's.
not
BJ's.
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 No.
BJ's
Oh,
Chicago
no.
style pizza is
No,
fire.
no.
Let's go.
It's fire.
No.
I
don't
said
care
world
what
famous
It's
is like
nobody
great,
BJ's.
but
says.
don't compare it to
I don't
actual
Did you
care
see-
what. Oh, I'm not
pizza.
comparing it to actual pizza in Chicago. Why would I do that? I'm
I-
saying
I
out
said-
here, I love BJ's deep dish pizza.
Yeah, to clarify all of
That's
that.
not.
All
That's
right.
not Chicago style though.
That's
Yeah,
not?
that's what,
No.
no.
That's
No,
not.
that's just
what is
that's
it, though?
that's
What is it?
Burbank. That's just Burbank.
That's deep dish.
So like, what's the difference then?
it's a huge difference.
Like, what is the difference.
Well, I can't make
It's
you a
like-
fucking pie.
hell
right
no,
now,
but you can explain what
It's
the
like
difference is
hella
between BJ's and
cheese in the middle, and on top it's more so sauce.
okay, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
more
yeah.
sauce on top and more cheese.
and it's
okay, that's
in
the-
Chicago.
It's way more
In
thicker.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Oh,
way
okay.
more thicker. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'd probably say double the thickness of.
Yeah. What
So
about
it's
a
just deeper.
what about a hot dog? You have
Goes
Chicago
deeper.
style
Goes
dog?
deeper.
I'm not a
Giggity.
hot dog guy. So you won't
You
catch
could've
me.
You
fooled
would have
me.
shocked the fuck out of me.
You won't catch me eating wieners, man.
You're not a hot dog guy?
Holly's though, different story.
All right, you like them spicy. I see
Mhm.
Big John next to you. He's like,
You know what I'm saying?
he like them spicy.
Well, guys, welcome back. Welcome back if you missed us. Let's get into your fire, gentlemen. Let's get into your fire every
Oh.
week.
Rick Flores says Arik Armstead.
Ooh,
Oh.
yes.
Oh.
From what college?
Oregon?
No.
No, ain't that Oregon?
No,
Armstead?
that's a different Armstead.
That's a different Armstead.
You're
It's the one that
talking-
was at the Niners.
Clemson?
Yeah. You should know of all
Oh, I'm
people,
thinking
man. The U.
Oh,
Not good, obviously.
Oh my God, he was a dog. Ameek Armstead was, I think he's top 5 pick and like was incredible.
See a Hall of Famer?
You know what? I don't know.
Huh.
That's a good question.
There's no weird Raider one that you pulled out at number 91?
Oh, Yannick actually
why
played
did
for the
you
Raiders.
Ah, shocker.
Yeah, 91.
Oh, Meta World Peace.
Yeah.
he won.
Ron Artest. Let's do Ron Artest.
Really? 91?
Yeah.
I thought it was 88.
Oh, no.
All right.
No, that's a tough
Well,
one.
whatever. Let's get into your fire. Every week we fire someone, obviously hypothetically, just someone who's grinding your gears. Or you have the also option of promoting someone if you like. Who wants to start with you are fired, man?
You got somebody?
Why does everyone look at me? I'll
we
go.
looked at everybody.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We all looked
I'll
at him.
go, I'll go with Madden 25 and the new aggressive catches. I feel like
I don't even know what the
Are
fuck
you
that even
playing
means.
Madden 25?
I'm not playing it, but I just saw the animations. And it
Oh,
looks-
so I'm gonna
I think
say-
we should fire you just for mentioning Madden 25 when fucking college football.
Aggressive.
I play that nonstop. Also, I'm firing Texas A&M at home.
Yes,
And
bro.
college football.
Oh my
Thank you.
god.
Why?
Why?
Because they're
Yeah.
Kyle
unstoppable.
Field in the game is it's unbeatable. Like it's not beatable.
It's
The
the worst
game
place
makes
to play.
Texas A&M unbeatable at home. Unbeatable.
I swear.
That's so weird because they've been like the most disappointing
Garbage!
program
The most
in
beatable team at home.
in the last 10 years with like #1 draft classes, by the way.
That
Back
fan
to
base
back.
rolls hard whenever I play them.
Yes,
Every time I
bro.
step in that
No,
building,
no,
I might as
no.
well just hand them the
Giggity,
W.
giggity.
Mhm.
No, so we did. If you guys haven't seen, we did top 10 toughest places to play, and I left them out, knowing damn well they should be top 5. But I left them out not because of the fan base, not because of the tradition, not because they roll hard, because they've just been the biggest name a bigger disappointment in college football the last 10 years.
Notre Dame.
Shit, I can name a couple.
Notre Dame doesn't pull like Texas A&M has pulled recruits.
I would say Notre Dame because they rank in the top 5 preseason every
All the
single
time.
year. Every
Top
single-
really?
Every year.
Top-
They're right.
Yeah,
They
they're
people
top 5,
dropped.
top 10.
8
They're,
people dropped their top 10.
Really?
yeah,
8
they're
or
in
9.
again.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like we're gonna do something with Notre Dame every single year.
Yeah,
I
it's the
think
same
Notre
shit.
Dame. I really do think it's Notre Dame.
Yeah, I agree. But the
Right,
thing
but they're
about
up there.
the thing
Yeah.
about A&M is, they always the #1 recruiting
Right, yes,
class,
that's the
top 2.
argument.
Yeah.
That's the
And then
Blah,
they
blah.
just suck.
Every
Yeah,
year.
they're
Every
garbage.
year. And they're gonna suck this year again.
Yeah, this year they're gonna be bad too, man.
It's freaking
Fuck.
crazy, man.
Is Brad Johnson's son the quarterback?
I don't know. Was his name Chad
Oh,
Johnson?
is that fucking? That might be Mississippi State.
Yeah. Who
Brad
else?
Johnson. By the way.
Yeah. Big John, you want to fire someone, man?
Yeah, I got like a little like promotion slash like
There you
firing as
go,
well.
there you
So it's
go.
like two different
You
things.
promoting somebody and firing somebody? I like it. Let's do it.
Promoting
neutral.
it's a little off topic. I'm promoting Triple H right now. That
Are we
man-
talking wrestling?
Yeah, that man has been
Oh
doing.
my god! Just so
numbers.
everyone knows, it's not a real sport. Go ahead.
Okay, I know.
All right,
That's
go-
why I
okay,
said it's
go
off
ahead.
topic,
All
but it's
right.
entertainment.
Yes,
And he has
sorry.
been putting out bangers after bangers after bangers since he's been in control. He is writing amazing storylines right now. So if you're not a WWE fan, you need to jump on right now. I promise you.
I dig it. I dig it.
And then the firing I'm going with, I don't know if you guys seen, but Tyreek Hill went and said that he is a significantly better player than Patrick Mahomes. And I think that's complete horseshit.
This motherfucker just lost his mind.
He must be on acid or some too many damn
Yeah.
baby mamas, all
Yeah.
these damn
Well,
kids.
first of all, it's hard to
driving them crazy.
compare.
It doesn't
positions.
fucking matter.
Like,
It
bro,
doesn't matter.
3 rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 MVPs. Like, You don't even have one.
We don't even got a name. You don't got a name him. We know. We know.
I thought you were gonna say he thinks he's faster than
No Lyles.
Noah Lyles.
I would love
Fuck
to see
Noah
that
Lyles.
race. Yeah, fuck Noah Lyles for real though. I'd love to see that race.
I don't understand
What-
the Noah Lyles.
Yeah,
thing.
why we
He's gonna
fucking
die.
This
What-
man was torched before he even ran the 100. Then went and beat the guy who was supposed to win and won the 100 for the first time in 20 years, and everybody still hates him.
I don't get it.
I'll give him that respect. I'll give him that.
He shut everybody up. He shut everybody
But then
up.
everybody kept talking after. Cause
Okay,
Yeah.
but he won. He won the event that Usain Bolt held onto for 2 decades.
Yeah, Usain
Yeah.
Bolt's no longer running.
Right, but that means another
That-
Jamaican could take it.
Not the same.
No,
Nah,
what?
That doesn't work like that.
But I felt like there was hate even before
For that.
Like I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Why
I
do
don't know.
people?
But
Why
he got his ass whooped in the 200 like a biatch. He wanted to be a bitch.
He's the fastest man in the world.
He's
Bro.
not at
He
200. He ain't at
100.
200. He ain't at
At the
200.
sprint. At the
Well,
sprint.
only give him
was
100
he,
meters.
was
Bro,
he not sick?
I'll go and grab some
No,
random
he
black dude,
wasn't.
train his ass for 3 weeks,
So he faked.
and that motherfucker will be faster than Trey Lyles.
So he faked being sick.
They said they thought he had COVID, and after he took a test and negative.
That doesn't
that's
mean
not
you're
what I
not
heard.
sick,
You can have COVID and not have any symptoms.
Symptoms.
You test positive.
and you can be
his
sick,
bitch assness was through the roof.
and also you can be sick and not have COVID.
Tomato,
He
tomato.
tested positive for COVID, and 3 days later he was at the club
Yeah.
after the whole thing.
Yeah, he was getting down.
He was, dude, he knew he was going to lose that 200.
Right,
I saw the prelims of the 200. Bruh,
So what if you win the 100 though?
I don't give a fuck.
Well,
You
the
won one
100
medal?
the 100
You won one medal?
You're gonna tell me.
Imagine Michael
Hold on.
Phelps going out there
Hold
winning
on.
the 50 and then
Hold
not winning the
on.
100. Like, I won
Hold
the 50.
the fuck on.
Usain
Hold
Bolt won the
your
100
fucking pearls.
and the motherfucking
Hold your
200.
fucking pearls. You're gonna sit here and tell me the most exciting event in the Olympics is not the male 100?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, then, motherfucker, he won the bitch.
That's fine. He also did it while wearing pearls and nail
Oh
polish.
my god.
Hard pass.
Oh my
Hard pass.
He
god.
also had
Thank you, Noah Lyles, for bringing the 100 back home.
Oh, God. Thank you, Noah
Thank
Lyles.
you.
Don't bring it back home.
Bring it back
ass.
home.
You won it, and you're holding it for 4 years because somebody else going to take it from you.
Ooh.
Dude, there's
They
plenty
were
of ninjas
all
out
in
there.
this close.
Bro, he barely won.
Bro, he won the
He
bitch.
barely
He
won.
won the bitch.
He
He
barely
won the
won
bitch.
this shit.
Okay, calm down.
Bro, he barely
He
won that
won it.
shit.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Usain Bolt held it for 2 decades. And he
Usain Bolt didn't run.
doesn't
Stop
matter.
saying that.
Yeah, I can because Jamaica had it and now America has it. And then nobody
Yeah.
thought that Noah Lyles was going to win it, and he did.
He was the favorite when the race started.
Yeah,
No, but nobody thought in the
He was
social
the
media.
favorite.
I don't give a fuck what social media
No,
thought.
that's
Vegas had him
important.
at-
That's important.
Dude, listen, I'm going to explain something to you about sports that you don't understand.
Okay.
Nobody gives a
I love
fuck.
it. I love it.
Nobody gives a fuck what you think or if people your age. When Vegas puts the motherfuckers minus 300,
And when everybody on
nobody's
social
in
media
shock when he
is
wins.
in the comments, literally everybody, it's hundreds of thousands of comments. He's not gonna win. He's not gonna win. He's not gonna win. He sucks. He sucks. Don't sit here and lie. Y'all 3 sit here and lie and say the comments did not torch him before nobody thought in America. I'm talking about Americans.
Vegas
thought he was
is
gonna
America.
win.
I don't know
No,
if you
bruh.
understand
I'm
that.
talking about on social media, everywhere, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. It didn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Nobody.
That
it
doesn't
does.
matter.
It does.
That
It
doesn't
really
matter.
does.
That
Sets him
matters.
as a favorite.
If Vegas
does.
sets the line,
That
that's
matters
what it
more.
is.
That matters more. But the fact that,
But that's the only thing that
Americans,
matters.
no, it does not. The only thing that matters.
The
It's not.
only thing that matters.
That's not true.
100%.
Not true.
100%.
Okay. Let's calm down for a second. Let's bring it down. So, because let's say it's Cowboys 49ers, something that you could and Vegas says that the Cowboys are 3-point favorites. And social media and everyone's saying they suck. That's what matters.
I'm not gonna accept that comparison because you're talking
Same
about an
thing.
individual. No, you're talking about individual sport. When your country is not behind you in the Olympics, we're not talking about the NFL. We're talking about the Olympics. When your country on social media is not behind you, which they were not, Americans were not behind it.
Snoop Dogg was behind that
just
motherfucker. He
sat
had a
here-
jacket on with
We
his
just
picture on
sat
it.
here and talked about how nobody wanted him to win, and then he won it. All I'm saying is I don't get the hate when it wasn't America's. The most exciting event in the Olympics wasn't America's in 20 years, and then he won it.
Can I
And
admit
people
something?
still hate him. I don't get it.
Can I admit something here? I did not watch the race. I didn't watch the 100. I watched the 400, and I watched the 200. I didn't watch the 100 because I knew he was going to win,
Oh
and
my
I didn't want to
gosh,
watch his
Rafa.
ass win. You know why I watched the
Oh
200?
my
Because I
gosh,
watched his ass
Rafa.
run the heat, and he was shit in the heat. And I said, that motherfucker's going to lose tomorrow. And guess what happened? He lost.
But he won the 100.
I don't give a fuck.
You should.
I don't
You
care.
should, because you just admitted it was the most exciting event in the Olympics.
It
and he won
100% is, and I didn't watch it because I knew he was going to win.
Like a you problem, buddy, but he won the bitch.
Yeah, he
Doesn't
won
matter.
it. Didn't win the
All
200.
right.
You just to have him in the
Can
same
we
breath as
agree?
Usain Bolt. is disrespectful to Usain Bolt.
Absolutely.
And you,
Absolutely. If you say Bolt ran,
Lyle
he would have
is
run.
garbage.
He's not.
Straight garbage.
So
But
who
anyways,
was firing and who was hiring?
He was
him?
firing Tyreek Hill
Okay.
for saying
And then we got
comparing
into
himself
the-
to Mahomes, and then CJ went on this whole fucking rant about Noah Lyles.
CJ, motherfucker, we.
All right, who's next? Who's next?
I want to fire Noah Lyles.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
No, bro. Listen, did you guys watch the men's games basketball?
Yeah.
All right. Did you watch them all?
Not all of them, but
Most of them.
most of them, yeah.
So before the Serbia game, did you watch any?
Yeah.
I did. I didn't watch the Serbia game actually.
Okay. So before that, Curry was fucking garbage,
Dog shit.
irrelevant. So the Serbia game comes out, he's on fire. Curry was on fire, the same as some random fucking dude on Serbia was on fire. Like neither guy can miss. Now people are talking about, oh, Curry carried he didn't carry shit. All right, he didn't carry shit. He had a phenomenal shooting game in that game against Serbia, the game against France as well. The team and the USA committee voted that LeBron James was the MVP of the Olympics. It was not Steph Curry, haters.
It was Captain L'America.
It was Captain L'America, baby. It was the flag bearer.
It was an amazing comeback. That was the best game. I mean, they were down 17. Curry had a big part of it, but 100%, if you look at the numbers, the most consistent guy, the numbers wise, LeBron was the catalyst. But without Curry, you don't win the France game.
The France game?
The gold.
Without Curry. They were up 15 at one point in that game.
And then we got down.
And then they got down. It had nothing to do with Curry. It was Curry's inability to play defense and the turnover that he has, by the way. And you saw the turnover.
Yeah.
Where he just practically gave it to him. That was
He didn't hit big shots down the stretch.
They were up 15 and let it get to that point.
It doesn't matter if they let it
Like
get
the
down.
Serbia game, he scores 14 of the first 15. They were then, did he end up with 40 in that game? Because they were down 17 or whatever it was. He didn't lead them back on his own. He cannot defend. So he could not carry the team. We've seen him not carry. He beat the Celtics.
He definitely didn't carry the team.
Everybody's saying they carried because he carried because they don't want to give LeBron his
Dude,
praise.
You ride or die for LeBron, man.
He's the best player
I
we've
think
ever
he just
seen.
rides him.
He's dude. Maybe. Maybe.
Giggity.
Maybe.
Giggity for show, man.
But by the way, there's a video of LeBron telling one of the kids to get out of the way.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Did you see the Curry one? Did you not? Or did you see the Curry one too?
Don't. I see everything.
All right, so you saw the Curry
Yes.
one then. Why is the Curry one not getting replayed?
Because Curry is light skinned, okay?
Yeah,
and
that's
LeBron
what
is
it
a big
is.
black
That's-
dude.
that's what it is.
But early in the games, there was something like a month ago, like 2 weeks before the Olympics, where they showed every single Olympian come out of the practice, and every single dude shined. And then the last one was Curry, and he was the only one to sign autographs.
I'm talking about at dinner, the same dinner that LeBron was at, where they tell LeBron he's getting out of the car, and that same dinner, they're leaving that same dinner, and Curry puts his hand, no, get that camera out of my mama's face. Trick, please.
Man. Yeah,
Stop, man.
You got to
Stop.
protect your mom at all costs.
All right.
That's
There's
what
always,
you got
bro,
to
there's
draw the line.
always something for the light-skinned brothers. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Anyways, go ahead, Ed.
All
Fire away, bud.
You know what? I want to hire the closing ceremonies. That shit was lit. I dug the shit out of that.
Didn't watch.
It was pretty cool. Snoop came out.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Dre came out. The
Really?
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who's the what's her name? She's cool as fuck too. She's a great singer.
Oh, her.
Not
her.
She did.
There you go.
Her,
Yeah,
her
her.
came out, but
That's her name. That's her name.
That's artist's name, bro.
Yeah.
That's her name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
H-E-R.
that's
Her.
Who?
her. It's not her.
Oh,
She's
I don't even know who the fuck
she's
that
a
is.
white chick.
H-E-R.
Not Allie. She has a bunch of cool. Her and her brother write the songs.
Billie Eilish?
Yes,
Oh.
Billie Eilish was fire.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Allie.
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 Eilish, I was pretty fucking close.
That girl's
I'll give it
got
to you.
issues.
Anyways, it made it
Close
got a
enough,
lot of
guys.
it kind of made
50
me
plus.
I was excited,
issues.
man. I was excited for 2028.
I didn't watch.
Yeah.
I watched very few events,
See
Fair.
Tom
but I did
Cruise
watch the basketball.
Tom,
Men
that
and women.
building,
Tom Cruise, man. They
He jumped off a building.
like from like he
yeah.
came in on
And
the
you know
rope.
he did that shit. He does all his own stunts
Yeah, he's
Oh
crazy.
my god,
for the Scientologists out there.
fucking A.
Rick Flores has an interesting firing.
Oh yeah, baby.
He said, "I'm firing Sakatumi Plaza for the excitement of Caleb Williams' performance."
Oh, Hakatomi Plaza.
Yeah. He was like how Raider fans with win a preseason game and they think they win a Super Bowl, and he was hating on all the Caleb haters.
Well, you know what? Caleb played well in his first debut.
So did Bo Nix.
Yeah, so did
fuck-
Jaden.
Oh yeah.
Jaden
That's
played
that's
well.
A dog though. That's a dog. Dog gonna be a dog. I mean, that's a dog.
DMX.
but if you have been watching Hard Knocks, Caleb, he's different, dude. He's a different dude. He has talent. That Bears receiving core
They got a hell of a roster, man.
dude. It
Got a good
if
roster.
that offensive line could hold up, they could do something special.
Oh, let's relax with the special talk.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, that's how good that name a better receiving core than the Bears.
I don't know, the Rams, just quick. The Bengals, just quick. Minnesota,
I wouldn't say the Rams.
Nah, Minnesota. Jordan Edison's injured.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be fine. He rolled.
He'll
out.
be fine.
And I wouldn't say the Rams either.
what? Cooper Cup's better than all of them.
Dude, Cooper Cup's been hurt the last 3 years, man.
Still better than all.
Still better than all of them. Fully healthy, better than all of them.
And Puka Nacua is a star.
Superstar.
Then better than Keenan Allen, better than DJ Moore.
Keenan
Yes.
Allen's fat
Keenan
as fuck
Allen's
now.
yeah,
He's like 230 now. They said he's running slower than he's ever been in his career.
and we know he's not. We know he's
230 at
gonna
like
get hurt,
30 years old is not what you want to be as a receiver.
and we know he's gonna
Alright.
get hurt.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Hamstring injury week 4.
5.
but
Tops,
Romeo and
tops.
Dooms, I think is going to be there. He's going to be one of their best receivers.
Yeah,
think
I see
Caleb
that
and him
too.
already have that.
It's gonna be the
connection.
third guy.
Yes.
When you're the third guy, I think it's gonna be a.
Well, let's get
Easier
into
go
this
over.
because I've been waiting to do this for about 3 to 4 weeks. I've been waiting for this little segment, Eddie Money, and if you can indulge me, I want to do a little segment saying who you got, right? And I need you to pull up the 1995 All-Pro team because you
NFL All Pro.
All-Pro because we have said, and you guys have argued with me that
You said-
athletes 30 years ago, it ain't the same. There's no comparison. It's not even fucking close.
So, okay, can I ask a question? Genuine question.
Yeah. That's
Why are we only pulling up that year? Like, can
Well, no.
It
What are
30
you
years
comparing it to?
ago.
30
No,
years ago.
I'm asking a question.
That's-
So
that's
you're
the
saying
question.
you're saying 1995 to 2020 what?
2025.
2025. Okay.
30 years ago. I'm just saying
30 years. Okay.
We
So
went
we're
back
gonna
to
take
the
the All Pro
clip.
team
I'm
from
trying to
last
give
year.
We went to 30 when we had that argument. We said 30 years
Trying
ago.
to give the audience an explanation of why we're
Yeah. So All-Pro team, man. All right.
We're gonna pull last year's All Pro.
last year pro
So 1994.
Yeah, 94 and
94,
23.
20.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The same shit. Whatever you guys want to do.
All right. Let me pull this up real quick.
How good's Freddie Freeman? Oh,
He's great. He's great. But so my point is it and it sort of gets into my firing because I saw this shit and it kind of blew my mind, right? Because we've talked about the evolution of athletes and how we're so much better and bigger. Did you guys see the thing that I sent you about the 100-meter in the Olympics in 1924? In 1924, the Olympic record in the 100-meter dash, and they showed the surface, they showed the skinny white dude, they showed the crazy ass cleats. They had to dig out their starting positions. I mean, just
what was
think-
the record? 11.
so what would you think the difference is from 1924 to 2024?
2 seconds.
Like, yeah, maybe even I would say less. Probably 3/4 of a second.
Usain Bolt ran it under 10, right?
He ran a 9.7, but he
Oh, okay.
coasted in.
Okay, so if it's 9.7, I'm gonna say a second, a cool
Yeah.
second.
Eddie
Cool
Money,
legend.
what would you think? In 100 years ago, the evolution of man, the 100, the most exciting event of all time. And This is 100 years ago, by the
I'll
way.
probably say like 2.5 seconds.
There wasn't one dark dude in that fucking in that Olympics, by the way.
Oh,
They were training him though.
I gotta double it.
So you
I'll
think
probably say
so what is it?
Probably like 2.5 seconds.
8.1 seconds?
That's impossible.
Not even
Usain Bolt has the world record. Oh, the difference is
the
8 seconds.
difference.
Oh, okay.
100 years ago. So when we talk about evolution, it takes a long time for people to evolve, right? And
Oh no, Patrick Mahomes is better than any quarterback 30 years ago.
So
Ain't no, except for Tom Brady.
Okay.
Ain't no doubt about that.
look up Patrick Mahomes' fucking stats from last year. Mid as fuck.
And
4,100 yards.
We're not doing this.
24 touchdowns. Let me
won the
talk.
Super
Let
Bowl.
me talk. 24. I don't give a fuck what he won. Look at his fucking numbers. 4,100 yards, 24 touchdowns, 17 picks. If I told you, and by the way, they did something yesterday where they put Patrick Mahomes stats up, and then they did the mystery stats of a dude who you didn't know. Someone's stats was better in the last 5 years, and I think I sent it to you. You would
I
know.
haven't seen it.
Guess who it would be?
Within the last 5 years, Dak Prescott.
Motherfucking Prescott has better numbers than Patrick Mahomes.
You know when he doesn't have better numbers?
When
When
he-
the fucking
yeah.
calendar strikes right around January 14th.
For sure.
When when it's January
Yeah.
14th, guess who's not good? Or
Yeah.
who's not playing?
Okay, so
Dak fucking Prescott. And I love Dak. Top 5 for me
yeah,
in the NFL today.
well,
but
that's
if
a
we
fact.
listen, if we go back to that 94 All-Pro team, we look up 94 All-Pro and you compare it to last year, I guarantee you none of those quarterbacks have 4,500 yards passing.
Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
Marino passed for 5,084. And after that, it was hard to come by.
I don't know.
Like Brett Favre chucked it. All right. After that, but before that, who else was chucking it?
So exactly. So you said chuck it. So you're talking about Usain Bolt, and we're talking about freakish athleticism. That's what Usain Bolt is, a freakish athlete. And then you talk about numbers. This is a question. When you're talking about a quarterback, are we talking about the talented, or are we talking about the better quarterback? Because I don't think Patrick Mahomes' talent, from a talent perspective, is even comparable to anybody pre-Tom Brady. I don't think it's not Tom Brady. I'm sorry, anybody pre-Patrick Mahomes, really. It's his talent.
There's one guy.
Who?
There's one guy.
Talent. Pure talent. Now, I'm not
John
talking about
Elway was ridiculous.
Not as good as Mahomes. That talented.
You said
talent.
comparable.
talent.
Yeah, no, it's one guy only that you can even compare overall athleticism and
Joe?
skill. Michael Vick,
Okay.
like put together.
Okay. I accept that answer.
Right,
Bro,
but
I would put
you
John
hate
Elway.
Mahomes, Ed. So
No. I'm not saying like you said comparable. You can't tell me
Dude,
that John Elway in his prime is not comparable to Patrick Mahomes. You can't tell me that.
he's not.
He's not-
Because John
Okay, you
Elway
can't
in his
tell me
prime,
that Dan Marino is not a better pure passer than Patrick Mahomes. You can't tell me
Is he
that.
more talented?
pure passer,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. Dan
Okay.
Marino's better, but an overall better talent with his feet, with his fucking
All of it.
brain.
So then
That's all of it.
Dak Prescott is just as talented as all of them then. Because we're talking about talent now.
Dak's
No, but you're going based off of
Dude,
Dak's stats and
stats.
everything.
Yeah,
you're
you're
not
going
going off
stats.
of his talent.
It's talent.
Dude, it's everything.
Mahomes
Completion-
wouldn't have shit games like Dak has if he was the same talent as
Yeah,
Dak.
he was just as talented as Dak.
Yeah, Mahomes is hard for Mahomes to have a shit game. That's the thing.
A shit game for him is like one pick and only
Mahomes
two
can
touchdowns.
pull games out of
His ass.
because he's talented.
100%.
Okay, so let's get back to my point.
Let's pull it up.
Who you got?
You have 94 All Pro.
I have 93 and 2023 teams.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. 93 quarterback, All Pro. Wild guess here.
Dan Marino has to be in there.
I'm gonna say Dan Marino and
I'm looking only at first team, by the way.
Yeah, only
Okay.
look at first team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we don't
So
need to
either
go-
Dan
yeah,
Marino or Joe Montana, Dan Marino, or Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Steve Young.
God, I'm good.
Dude.
Fuck. Damn, I'm good. And I was only fucking 11.
Okay, Steve Young.
Not better than Patrick Mahomes.
No.
But
Oh,
last year's
dude,
All
Last
Pro.
year's was Lamar Jackson.
He was just fucking
So was Lamar.
mobile.
So is Lamar Jackson. We're not
Lamar
comparing.
Jackson.
But who's a better passer?
Oh, ain't no doubt
No
about
doubt
it.
about
Ain't
it.
no
No
doubt
doubt.
about it.
So who do you
Steve
got?
Young.
Who do you got? Steve Young or Lamar
But
Jackson?
Lamar Jackson. Lamar
No,
Jackson.
stop
No. Let me
Stop
speak.
it.
Let me speak. Lamar Jackson is not the representation of this generation's best talent.
I said fuck. CJ, shut your mouth.
No, I'm not gonna shut my mouth.
Whoa. 23? I'm talking. We said 20. Stop it.
Go ahead. Continue.
We're not talking.
Continue.
We're talking about.
we're just
so
going
we're
first
talking
team.
about this generation's representative.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
this
who
whole
you
argument.
got?
Who we got?
No, who you
got?
got? 23 or 93? That's the fucking rule.
Continue.
All
Who
right,
do you
so
got?
for-
Steve
if-
Young
I-
or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson is a phenomenal quarterback
I'm
with
taking
his
Steve Young.
feet, but not with his
Okay,
arm.
so we got.
So it's
Steve
definitely
Young.
Steve Young.
Keep going, Eddie Money.
All right, running back for 93, you have Barry Sanders,
Jesus.
and then last year you have Christian McCaffrey.
No, Barry's better.
Thank you.
Barry's better.
Barry, mother,
listen,
and that's not
wait.
even a fucking
no.
question.
No,
Why
no,
we pick that specific year?
He's the-
93?
Well, I
Well,
said-
we just went back to
No,
he
he
said
didn't pick it. He didn't pick it.
95.
I said
He said
95.
95.
You picked 93.
Yeah, we know.
Oh yeah, it's 2023. So
Yeah.
we didn't have a 2025 team.
The receivers are probably Jay Rice,
Okay.
Michael
Okay.
Irvin.
We got two. Let's keep going.
Wide receiver, you have Michael Irvin and Andre Rison.
Oh no, you lost here.
Then you have
Lost.
Tyreek Hill and CeeDee Lamb.
Lost. Ain't no loss. Lost.
Jerry Rice is probably.
But he wasn't on because we
He
can't
wasn't
take
on.
Mahomes if you can't bring Jay Rice.
And we can't
So
scream
you're
about it
right.
either.
There
Okay.
you go. So you lost. Two
okay,
losses.
So who do we? CD Lamb?
yeah.
CeeDee
Better
Lamb and
than
Tyreek is
Andre
better
Rison,
than
and
Michael
Tyreek is
Irvin.
better than Michael Irvin 10
Okay.
times
I'll give
over.
you that. I thought in my 2024 is Jay Rice.
You guys,
Too bad.
You guys fuck my shit up there.
No, we didn't.
No, we
So
didn't.
you picked a specific year.
Right.
Yeah, and you
I
know,
know.
and you
Keep
know.
going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I told you in the beginning.
Keep
Why are
going.
we picking a specific year?
Because
Yeah,
we
right,
said
right.
30 years. That's
So
why.
do you guys want to do like just skill positions?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
do tight
no,
end.
yeah.
Don't do lineman.
No,
Well,
lineman
is not even the linemen back then were fucking Willie Rove is ridiculous. They're Hall of
What?
Famers.
What?
Okay. See,
What?
this is the argument. Look,
Oh,
this is the issue
this is
I
gonna
have.
fry me.
You're bringing up Hall of Famers.
Hall of
we don't know
Fame,
if these
because
guys are
in
going to be Hall of
19
Famers
Famers
yet.
yet.
No.
Let's
Creed
let's come
Humphrey,
back 10
Creed
years
Humphrey
later,
is a
10
Hall of
years later.
Famer. Jason Kelsey is a Hall of Famer.
No.
Don't do that.
Trent
Jason
Williams
Kelsey
is a Hall of
first
Famer.
ballot Hall of Famer.
Trent Williams
He's
is
a Hall of Famer.
definitely
Yes.
first ballot.
So you're talking about guys
Jason
who are
Kelsey's not first ballot,
finished.
by the way.
No, he's not, but
Just
he's a Hall
letting
of
you guys
Famer.
know, okay.
But he's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the best centers of all time.
All right.
So all I'm saying is, you're talking about guys, offensive linemen who have not finished their careers.
My point is, they're
Name
100% comparable.
Yes, comparable. Yes, comparable.
But Ed, those careers are
Old.
over.
They're
These
over.
careers
No.
are just starting.
It's who you got.
I got Trent Williams over anybody pre-2000.
Well, you can't fucking say that because
I just said
you
it.
were fucking born in fucking
I just said it.
1999.
It doesn't
well,
matter.
it's wrong.
Trent
It's not
Williams.
weird.
It's wrong.
It's
Trent
not.
Williams is very good.
It's fucking wrong. It's not.
phenomenal. But I don't know if he was better than
Ooh,
William Rove.
Jesus.
no. Oh my.
Are you
You don't even
guys?
fucking
Guys,
know who
guys,
Willie Rove
guys,
is.
relax,
What?
relax.
Relax. I know.
Willie Rove.
Yes.
All right. Who's left tackle for Dallas?
Right now,
No. Back then,
left tackle for Dallas back then. I mean,
not Nate
the guards are Larry Allen.
Yeah.
Larry Allen.
Oh, and
Larry,
Nate
Larry
Newton.
Allen.
Pick Larry
Yeah,
Allen
Larry
over anybody.
Larry
And
Allen's-
Nate Newton.
Yeah, over anybody.
At center.
By the way, and if I have to pick a left tackle,
Those
I
are
pick,
guards.
Yeah,
That's what
those
I'm
are
saying.
guards.
I'm saying at center.
By the way, and at
It's comparable. I give you that.
Jonathan Ogden on
It's
the line
comparable.
as well, but
It's
that was
comparable
after.
because you're comparing back then.
Jonathan
Bruce,
Ogden is better than Trent
you're
Williams.
comparing brute.
Ain't no
Because
doubt
this
about
is what
it.
you're
Okay, no, no.
comparing with the two. You're comparing brute strength versus brute strength and athleticism. But the brute strength back then was
Well, let's
just
go
way
to lineman.
different.
Let's go to lineman and go.
Yeah,
Let's go. Who you got a lineman?
Lyman.
Yeah. What's the next position after receiver?
All right. So then they had the wide receiver 3, which is Jerry Rice versus Amon Ra.
Yeah. So Rice wins there.
Tight end is Shannon Sharp versus George Kittle.
I'm
Oh.
taking fucking Shannon Sharp every fucking day.
I'm taking George Kittle. I'm
Are
sorry.
you fucking? You said athleticism.
Athletic.
Okay, you're high on
athleticism.
crack.
I'm not
You're
high on crack because George Kittle
Shannon
is the
Sharp?
best
Are you
blocking tight
fucking
end,
kidding me?
best blocking tight end, catching tight end duel in the league right now.
Big
George
John,
Kittle.
Big John, please help me out here, man.
Look, here's my thing.
It's
Obviously,
close.
It's not even close.
It's very close.
I don't think it's.
First of
I
all,
got-
the stronger dude is Shannon Sharp. He's more athletic. He's faster.
Who's the better blocker?
Shannon fucking Sharp.
Incorrect.
Shannon was pretty good, man.
Kittle is one of
It's
the
not even
best
close.
blocking
Tight ends ever.
that we have seen.
Ever.
Shannon Sharp.
Any person he gets in front of is instantly a body
pancake.
bag.
It's
It's
a
a body
pancake.
bag.
So
with
listen, Ed already knows the 2023 All Pros,
Yeah.
and he
I don't
knows.
even have to. I knew the 2025. I was going for 2025.
Well, because
Your
there's no
point was,
2025.
you
that
guys
hasn't
told
happened
me
It
yet.
hasn't happened yet.
4
Ed,
weeks
I haven't got
ago,
drafted
you guys
yet.
told me
Yeah,
4
how did
weeks
you know?
ago that it's not
Listen,
comparable.
because-
It's not even the same
Because we're
game.
not taking
It's
the
not
best.
this.
We're not
Already?
taking
The best.
Eddie.
Already?
We're not taking the best. We're not taking
You're
the
taking a
best.
specific
These
year.
guys- this is the thing that you're looking at 1993, 94, 95, whatever it is. Those players were their best players, period.
Put Shannon Sharp in the fucking Kansas City offense. You're telling me he's not a better athlete than Travis Kelce?
Not, dude.
You're telling me he's not a better athlete than Travis
Kelce?
Kelce?
A better receiver than Travis Kelce
Oh
ever.
my God. That's
Ever.
ridiculous.
And ever.
That's ridiculous.
Shannon Sharp, put it this way. When you look at Antonio Gates is better than Shannon Sharp, bro.
Dude,
Tony Gonzalez better than Shannon Sharp. Travis Kelce, Gronk, Aaron Hernandez.
No, it was-
Gone forever. Better than fucking Shannon Sharp.
ridiculous statement. But go
Murderer.
on. Keep going.
Who else you got?
All right. Edge rushers. We have Bruce Smith. And let me see what left. Bruce Smith and Neil Smith.
And then you probably have probably the best
And who are the
Reggie White, probably.
No, it's just Neil and Bruce.
No, just right and left. And then we have versus Myles Garrett and TJ Watt.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Give me fucking Bruce Smith every fucking day of the
Over
week.
Myles Garrett? You're out of your mind. Have you
Myles-
seen that man?
Yeah,
Have you seen?
He looks great with the shirt off.
Bro, Eddie. Did he not win
He's
Defensive
great
Player
on
of the
the
Year?
field.
Did he not win Defensive Player of the Year?
Player of the Year conversation since he's been in the league.
Since he's been in the league. And TJ Watt's better than Neil Smith. No doubt about it.
I'll give you that.
Dude.
Is he
Eddie,
better than Reggie White?
Reggie White's not on the list. We are going by guys on the list
Okay.
because
Okay.
Steve Young is not better than Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
It's just what it is.
Well, that wasn't the argument.
Obviously,
Was he
yeah,
better
it
than-
is because you
Reggie
kicking
White's
years.
not in. You can't bring Reggie White in.
Okay.
Okay. Corners next. We have Rod Woodson and Dion.
Oh yeah, no, you won that.
And then Deron Bland and Sauce Gardner.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
And Rob Bland
Those-
sucks.
sucks.
And those aren't even the best
The most
corners in the
athletic,
league.
the most athletic position in football.
And you're
Quarterback.
And we got
Okay,
Deron
so
Bland.
you had Dion, dog.
Yeah,
Nobody's
Bro,
beating
like,
Dion.
listen.
I'm just saying.
It's Dion.
The
This
thing
is your argument. You're,
No,
I'm
it's
pointing
Peter
out-
Conrad.
Let me talk. Your guys' fucking argument is that football 30 years ago, no comparison. Athleticism is different. It's different fucking games.
These
You
guys
can't
are
compare the
better.
athletes.
These
Rod
guys are
Woodson
better.
and Deion Sanders to Deron Bland and
And let's go back to the previous position where it teeter-tottered, where you didn't have the best player versus the best player, and then the position before that where we didn't have the best player versus the best player, and the quarterback
Exactly.
where we didn't have the best player versus the best player.
Exactly.
You compare a specific year, you're not going to get the
You're
best
not gonna
players
get the best-
versus the best
The
players.
thing is,
30 years ago.
no. The problem is that 30 years ago, there wasn't enough good players
Yeah, they were just
that
pickpocketing.
the stars stuck out. Now,
oh god,
it's true.
Such a weird-
It's true. There's 10 receivers right now that would be better than Andre Rison and Michael Irvin. 10. Devontae, are you going to tell me Devontae Adams is not better than Michael Irvin? Are you kidding?
Go on.
All right,
And
next.
that's just Adams. Bro, like, we're not even throwing real dudes. Like Jay Jettis, Jamar. Come on, man.
Safety. We got Leroy Butler
Garbage.
Weighs
versus
500
Kyle
pounds.
Hamilton.
I
Both
love
garbage.
me some Kyle Hamilton. That dude's a freak.
Linebackers. We got Ken Norton Jr.
Didn't make the Hall of Fame.
Pretty damn good.
Junior
Didn't
Seau and
Oh,
yeah.
Hardy Nickerson
Ooh,
versus
Tough here.
Fred Warner, Worldcon Smith, and Quincy Williams.
I'm taking Junior Seau every day of the week.
That's the
That's-
only guy I would take
That's
though.
one guy.
Hardy Nickerson also went to Verbum Day right here.
Hardy who?
Hardy who?
Hardy who?
Hardy who?
Hardy who?
Hardy Niggers?
He was
So
decent.
just because
You
you guys
don't
don't
know
know
shit.
shit,
The way you said
You
his
don't
last
understand why
name.
we're laughing. You don't understand why
The
we're
way you
laughing.
said his
The
last
way
name
you said his
it's
last
'cause you
name.
said
sounded like
Nickerson.
RR.
Yeah.
You said Nickerson.
It was funny. It was
Yeah, you
funny.
said hard R.
You weren't saying
Yeah, it's not Nickerson. It's Nickerson.
He said
I mean-
Nickerson. What did you
That's
say?
what you guys heard.
No, and we heard it.
We
We
picked up on
heard
it
it.
quick.
Okay.
If you heard Nickerson, hard R the fucking group chat.
That's just his name.
Hard R the feed. Sounded like the Key
Okay.
of Peace. Key,
Yes,
Key and Peele skit. So that's it. I mean, that's basically.
That's basically it. Unless you want to do like
Okay.
fucking special teams.
So
Fuck
my
no.
point is, you guys thought that 30 years ago.
And
You thought
They
your
still
argument
are.
won?
They are.
You thought your argument
They
won off
are.
that?
Or what?
Dude.
Better.
We
Ed,
just went down the list.
Ed,
and
that's
one year.
You are
93-1.
We just proved
This,
93-1.
this list just showed you, just proved to you the depth of the game today. Name me 5 receivers from that year. Andre Rison, Michael Irvin, Jerry Rice. Name another 2 that are better than 10 guys today.
Oh my God.
Devontae Adams better than Michael Irvin?
Yes.
Realistically. Yes or no?
I'm going to say no. What?
Then,
No.
like,
Devontae Adams is not better than Michael Irvin.
Are you kidding?
What? Devontae
What?
Adams is probably the best route runner of all
Oh
time.
no, I was
Michael
getting-
Irvin is
flipping the
not
argument.
better.
No. That's what I
he's
meant.
flipping the argument.
To
He's
me,
flipping
No. I thought you meant Devontae Adams
So,
is better
to
than
me,
Michael Irvin.
Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase,
But the
Justin
third
Jefferson.
receiver was Jerry Rice.
That was the third receiver. That's not what we're talking about. To me, Jerry Rice and then the other two receivers wouldn't be in the top 10 in this league today. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you want to talk receivers? Cornerbacks. Are you
Quarterbacks. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes over.
cornerbacks?
Cornerbacks is different.
See, even with
But
the
there's
corners, that wasn't even the best ones, arguably. Like, first of all, the Bears cornerback, Jalen Johnson.
Who? Nobody,
got
not even the
snubbed.
top 100.
And he got
He's-
snubbed, and he was one of the best
He
ones.
was
this
the
year.
best
Let's go
corner.
back
He's
to
the
my-
best corner
And
last 3 years.
Snead got snubbed, and he was one of the best corners
My whole
this year.
point of this whole thing, going back to the 1924, you guys think that in 1985 there was Neanderthals who crawled on their knuckles. Compared, evolution has not fucking changed that fast.
No, yeah.
30 years ago, there was
And the game is
Evolution
so
has
much
not
faster.
changed, but the game of football has. That's the difference. The game of football has
The
changed.
players. It's like the NBA.
You're trying to compare
It's the
human
NBA.
evolution to the game of
And
football.
you're taking guys 30 years ago that have been elected to the Hall of Fame since.
no, just 30 years ago. You guys said 30 years. I picked 30 years.
And 30 years ago, those guys, there's the depth now is so much different than it was back then. There was no depth. We just showed you. There's no depth. The three
We didn't
receivers.
go into fucking depth.
And we don't need to go into depth. The three receivers on the list.
So it helps
The
your
three
argument.
receivers.
We don't
Who
need
are
to
the
talk
three
about
receivers
depth.
this year?
Uh,
St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, and the other guy.
Tyreek Lamb and Amon-Ra.
They're better than the other guys. We don't need to
What
go.
other guys?
Then they're not better
That's
than Jerry
a better
Rice,
wide
but they're
receiving
better than
group.
Michael Irvin, Andre Rison.
And Jerry Rice.
Not
Yes.
Jerry Rice.
Well, you said three guys.
No, I said
Jerry
not,
Rice
I
was the
said,
third guy.
I
That
said
receiving
not Jerry
group
Rice.
is better than.
Oh, yeah, that
the older
receiving
group.
group.
Three
the
guys.
generations
You
and
gave
the
me three
generation.
guys. I'm giving you three guys.
If you're comparing
I'm
three,
giving
these
the three
three are
guys on
better.
these lists.
Overall, these three are
Overall.
better.
As a group.
you
Because
can-
you have Jerry Rice who's
so
one,
there was
and then the
only
other two
three.
thirds.
There was only those three good receivers in 94, 93.
But see, then you can do the
Give
same
me
argument
a
with
list.
this year.
This year.
Like, we
Give
had
me a
Devontae.
We just
list.
went first team All Pro.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
we're not gonna go. We're not
listen,
gonna go second
This
team.
year, we
Go,
know.
Okay, give us second team and third team.
We don't need to do that.
Oh,
we
now
know.
we don't need to do
we
that.
don't.
But
we
you want to
know.
go
It would
into
help us.
Ed, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the All-Pro team from this year, the best player at that position didn't get an All-Pro nod because the best quarterback in the league is no doubt about Patrick Mahomes. There is no fucking question.
That was 1993. And Patrick Mahomes didn't have a fucking good year. He had a good playoffs.
Ed, dude.
I just told you.
I
the
know you-
fucking-
I know-
I just told you
know.
the stats.
I know you want to,
I just told you
I-
the stats of last year.
dude.
Argue the stats.
I don't need to argue the stats.
There's one stat that matters.
There's one stat that matters, that he beat the four best teams in the league in the playoffs. When you took the playoffs, he beat the Dolphins. They were the number one seed at one point.
Shouldn't have beat him.
Okay, they beat the Dolphins. They beat the Bills, who
Sure.
at one point were a number one seed. They beat
Should've
the
beat 'em.
Ravens, who were the number one
Shouldn't
seed.
have beat him.
And they beat the Niners, who were the number one seed in
Shouldn't
the
have beat
NFC.
A lot of people say the fucking. I won't go there.
They shouldn't have won any of those games. They shouldn't have won it, but they did. Why did they do that? Because they have
Their fucking
the-
defense was incredible.
They have the best
Their
player.
fucking Chris Jones doesn't get. You know what? You know what sucks? I
Patrick-
feel bad for Chris Jones
Why?
because he is so fucking dominant. He gets lost in this fucking Chiefs team.
You think he gets lost on this
He
team?
gets
Yes,
lost.
yes.
How
As
many-
one of the leaders, you think one of the most important guys
He
on our
doesn't
defense
get-
gets lost on this team?
I think Chris Jones.
How?
I think Chris Jones is one of the best defensive tackles to ever fucking lace him up.
I agree.
And no one talks about that. Why?
Whoa.
Because the magic of fucking
Of
Patrick Mahomes.
The
Okay,
magic
and that's
man, baby.
fine. But
He's
the,
the magic
the
man.
defense doesn't get like the defense,
Defense won
doesn't
the
be
Chiefs
as
this
great
fucking
without it. When he's not on the field, do you remember how, like, as a fan, I was worried going into season because he didn't want to play. We
Yeah.
lost that first game, and I think because if he's there, he's a game changer. Chris Jones is one of the heart and souls of this Chiefs
He
team.
beats teams by him. I mean, he's
Yes.
so dominant. That's what. So you got to agree with me. His talent and his impact on games gets lost because of.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I
The
can call
thing is,
one
what
game.
Ed wants,
Like-
Ed wants to discredit everything about Patrick Mahomes.
No.
How many Super Bowls does he have? 3. How many seasons has he played? 5?
He's going into his 8th
8.
one now.
8.
Well, this is
Hey!
no, no, no.
He's been to
He's
4
only
Super
played.
Bowls.
He's only played 7. Okay, he's
You
gonna
said
start.
3.
No, I said he's
said
won
5.
3, and I said 6. He's gonna play his 7th season now. He's gonna play
And
his
how
7th.
do you think they're
half
going to do
his
this year?
seasons, no, they're not gonna win. They're not gonna. I know they're not gonna win. I
Well,
know they're
that'd be
not gonna
hard.
win.
You'd have to three-peat in NFL.
Hard as fuck.
Hard as fuck.
Hard as fuck. They're not gonna win. There's no doubt about it. In my mind, they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win week 1 against the Ravens.
Like last year.
They're not gonna win this year. But last year, you can say whatever you want, and I will always say it. The game that they showed the most emotion when they lost was the game against the Bills. That game against the Bills, because they were lollygagging through the season. The game against the Dolphins, what was the game? 21-0 at halftime? They didn't score another point in the second half, and they still won the game. You know why they didn't score another point? Because they didn't fucking need to. They didn't need to.
Because of how, listen, their defense.
Because they're
I think their
that.
defense was 3rd in the NFL.
Bro, listen, they
Should've
could have
been like
tied the
1 or
game. If the
2.
Dolphins
Yeah,
tie the
third.
game, guess what's happening? Mahomes is driving the field and scoring a touchdown, win the game.
Well,
That's just what it is. He didn't need to. They
we all
didn't
know the
need to.
Dolphins are fucking amazing late in every season.
That last year they were phenomenal
Not-
all the way through the season.
Not they. As
They
soon
were
as,
they
as
the number
soon
2
as
seed.
the degrees hits below 59 degrees in Miami,
that
they
game-
sucked.
That game was not 21 degrees. It was in London, inside. So you're trying to discredit Patrick Mahomes.
I know, I'm trying to give Chris Jones credit.
He
I'm
can
trying to
have
give
all the
that.
credit he
I'm trying to
wants.
give that defense credit.
What was
I
scoring
think
in the
that
Super Bowl?
defense gives
Who scored in the
gets
Super Bowl?
credit. Like,
You see, you're a Chiefs fan.
no. I'm speaking.
Look, I'm
as,
talking about the NFL
Okay,
as a
yes.
whole.
look, Spags was one of the best
Oh,
DCs.
amazing.
One of the best
Facts.
DCs last
Facts.
year, right?
Facts.
Our defense was taken to a higher level. Everybody was on notice about the Kansas City
For sure.
Chiefs defense.
For
They
sure.
were the top 3 defense
For sure.
in the league. Chris Jones was in the center of that defense. Games didn't happen because, our DBs were locking up. Chris Jones was in the quarterback space every
He
single
was, dude.
play. He gets enough love.
I
Just
get
because Mahomes
nightmares
is the
about
face
Chris
of the
Jones.
Chiefs doesn't mean that
Mahomes the face of the league.
face of the league.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean that Chris Jones doesn't get love.
Dude,
Chris Jones
The
is one of
Mahomes
the most
argument
is he the
is the
face?
important
Is he the
LeBron
face of the
argument.
league? Okay, what did he? His own group, and there's what was he 5th or 4th or 6th in the circle of his peers?
It's a circle.
In the circle of his peers, he was what 5, 6, or 4, whatever. Everyone's all
Yeah,
yes.
there's top 5 players in the league.
Lamar was rated above him.
They can rate whatever they want. They didn't put Josh Johnson in the top 100. He's been the best corner the last 3 seasons.
Yep.
He wasn't in the top 100.
Disrespectful.
Bro, he's allowed the least amount of completions against him, period, in the last 2 seasons. He wasn't even in the top 100. We're going to take what all these guys say. Listen, if you don't understand that Patrick Mahomes is number 1, the best player in the NFL, you are fucking blind. That's just what it is.
What if, and I hate to do what ifs, but what if Lamar Jackson wins that game? They don't fucking choke.
They didn't. So he didn't. They didn't. So he didn't.
But
so
you're talking in a matter of like, it's not even fucking close.
He didn't win. He didn't win. And Lamar Jackson is not even close to Patrick Mahomes. Like, they're not in the room.
He's
Like-
won 2 MVPs while Mahomes has been in the league.
He's won 1.
2.
And so has Mahomes. And
Two.
Mahomes, while he's been in the league,
Has won 3
has
Super
won 3
Bowls.
Super Bowls. Like,
Yeah, like, all right.
like you could do
Yeah, but
this
you're
on
talking,
and on
you're
and
talking
on,
about
like,
Lamar like he's chopped liver.
no, we're not.
No, we're not.
saying
He's just not
in
Mahomes.
the
He's
same
not. He's
tier.
not in the same tier. He's not. There's one tier that is Mahomes is in. He's number 1. There's nobody better. There's not
Was Lamar Jackson a better quarterback during the regular season
No.
than
an actual quarterback. No, like
oh
actually
my God,
throwing
his
the ball,
numbers were ridiculous.
running the ball.
He had figured some shit out.
You know what they did figure out? That when they played the Chiefs, all they did was throw the ball, and the guy who you're trying to make a claim for as being even close to Patrick Mahomes could not do shit. Could not do shit. We're gonna go back to 1 fumble. All right. So Zay Flowers fumbled. So what? Get over it. Make another play.
I've
Lamar
watched that
also
game.
thue a pick. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
bro,
there are
it's
2
not even
turnovers.
close. He's not better than
When
better
you
than Josh
say it's
Allen.
not even close.
He's not better than Josh Allen. He's not better than Dak. That's my opinion. To me, he's not better than Dak. Throwing the football, Lamar Jackson is not better than Dak Prescott. It's not even a fucking thing.
Either way,
He's not a better thrower than Brock Purdy.
this argument turned into a Mahomes argument, which I saw coming.
Of course you did. Ed loves to hate Mahomes. How can you hate a guy who has 3 Super Bowls? He's been to 4, and he's won 3.
Okay.
and he lost against the GOAT.
Yeah, and that was a stacked roster.
Stacked
Good
as
as
fuck.
We're stacking
fuck.
And our whole O-line was hurt.
Now we're stacking.
And Mahomes' dad was arrested for DUI, and fucking Andy Reid's son
Guys
killed
got
somebody.
more fucking excuse.
No, that's not an excuse. They were a better team.
Clip this
I
shit.
bet on Tampa
Clip
Bay.
this
so-
shit, Eddie Money. Patrick Mahomes is going down like a sweet muffin.
Well, they are. He is. They're not winning.
I guarantee we still make playoffs. We'll still make
yeah.
the
Oh,
AFC.
don't go out on a limb there, guy.
Wow.
Don't go out on a fucking limb.
I guarantee we win it again.
Don't do
doubt
that.
it.
Don't be guaranteeing shit out here like that.
Now that's
I mean,
going
didn't
out
you
on a
guys say
limb.
it last year? Somebody said it
actually
last
going
year.
Oh no, I said they were going to win last year. I knew that they was winning,
Now that's going out on a limb.
but they're not winning it this year. I think
not?
Lamar will win it this year, and then people like Eddie will say, "Oh, Lamar's better than Mahomes."
I don't think that. I don't think Lamar's better
I
than
hope not.
Mahomes. But you're saying they're not. You keep
They're
on
not
saying
close,
they're
Ed.
not even close.
They're not. You think they're close? What is he close on?
Dude, he's fucking more dynamic.
Oh, he's dynamic, 100%. He's phenomenal. He's dynamic. as
Arm
fuck.
strength, you can compare them both. Patrick Mahomes has a better pocket presence. You can give
Like
him,
that's not even close.
you can give him the clutch gene.
like clutch gene.
Hierarchy.
Is that even called a clutch gene anymore? Isn't it just like a Mahomes gene or something?
The Mahomes
there
effect.
we go.
The Mahomes effect, bro. The guy
Put the
making
glaze.
plays, bro, making plays in the
Straight
pocket.
glazing.
The Mahomes argument is going to be in 5 years is going to be the same argument as LeBron.
Yeah, the refs helped them.
It's going to be the same argument as LeBron James. It will be the same thing. And no, the refs don't help them. The refs help them. Those fucking conspiracy theorists. Anyways, Chiefs aren't win this year, but Mahomes is the best player in the NFL, in my opinion. Ain't no doubt about that.
All right. Where we going to next, Eddie Money?
All right. So we were talking about Olympics earlier, and we saw Curry's dagger against France in the gold
All right,
medal
I'm
game.
gonna
Yeah, he gets upset about that. Like it didn't happen.
How is that not?
That's what I try to say. Like
I don't know.
We're all,
No, it was a dagger. Fine.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
without him, they don't win that game.
That's not true. That is not. I,
think
don't
he
believe
helps.
that at
He
all.
definitely helps.
I don't believe that at all.
I
This is
think what-
Team USA.
Eddie,
This is the best team ever assembled.
without Curry in those last 2 minutes, they don't win that game.
Dude, if it's not Curry, it's somebody else. It's somebody
The
else.
best shooter that ever lived?
Respectfully,
The
Curry
best
was
shooter
lights
that
out.
ever
Yeah,
lived.
he's the best shooter that ever lived, but he's not the best basketball player that's ever lived. He's not in the conversation as the best basketball player that ever lived.
Okay.
Skillfully, he's not even probably top 5 on that team.
Okay.
Sorry, I
What was that?
I was trying to fucking
Anybody,
I'm gasping.
You
here.
just got. You know what? Anybody for the rest of the show, you got to put a Patrick Mahomes fucking face on, or and LeBron, and we both hate. You know, I'm not a fan of Patrick Mahomes. He hates anyone that even remotely tries to say a bad word about LeBron James.
100%, because there is no bad word that should be said.
It's the same. So we have the same bias. He has a bias with LeBron. I have a bias.
I
with
don't know
Patrick
if
Mahomes.
I don't have a bias for LeBron. I don't like him as a human, but I think he's the best basketball
Well, who
player
cares?
ever.
We're not. Who cares if Ty Cobb was a piece of shit? You can't deny he was one of the best players that ever played the game of baseball.
I do.
Anyway, we were gonna rank, or at least just mention, top 5 most memorable shots in basketball
So
in general.
I saw something today. Mad Dog Russo. I'm barely home, but I thought it was interesting, and he ranked the top 5
have
most
it right here.
impact. Go ahead, Eddie Money.
So number 5, he ranked his top 5 shots in basketball as number 5, Don Nelson versus the Lakers. Number 4 is Kyrie versus the Warriors in the finals. Number 3 is Magic's baby hook. Number 2 is Lorenzo Charles's dunk.
NC State.
And number 1 is MJ versus Georgetown.
All trash.
That's no.
With
no.
maybe the exception of the Magic and the Kyrie, but
Dude, no. First of all, the Phi Slamma Jamma. I know you're not old enough, but that was the most stacked college basketball team of all time, and it was the biggest underdog. And they actually changed the rules in college basketball because of that specific play. And the NC State, Jimmy Valvano, that has to go down as one of the most iconic moments in basketball overall.
the shot, like it was
More of a moment, I guess.
Yeah, I've never heard of that shot.
Yeah.
no, I've seen it when you watch the March Madness.
Yeah,
and that's always
they
in
show
there.
it every
But the
year.
Jordan
Yeah.
Georgetown, like
Yeah.
Jordan against Brian Russell, Jordan the shot he hits over
Yeah,
Craig Elo,
Yeah, where's the shot?
where like that there.
Well,
How about
Jordan's college shot. That's number one. He put that as number one. That's
I
the
feel
most.
like his shot against the Jazz is better.
Against Brian Russell.
Yeah.
How about the shot he hits over Craig Elo and then he fucking jumps
that's a good one.
4.5 feet in the air?
Yeah.
How about Derek Fisher shot with 0.4 of a second?
Yep.
How about the offensive rebound kicked out to Robert Horry to beat the Kings?
Yeah.
Like all those shots, the Kyrie shot fine.
I have a funny story about that shot, the Robert Horry. I had like 30 people in my house, and I was sitting in my chair, and I got up in that the kickoff, and I hit the off button. I
Oh,
had
shit.
30
So you missed
people.
the shot.
I had no people, and no one knew what happened.
Oh,
And
shit.
I had 30 people that wanted to string me up and hang my ass.
But dude, Derek Fisher shot with 0.4 of a second.
Point four is, you know what the other one I thought of? UCLA March Madness full court. That wasn't Watson. Who was that?
Oh, Tyus Edney.
Tyus Edney. I feel like that's
Tyus Edney.
that's
That's a hell of a shot.
yeah. How many
Christian Leitner. The
the pass against Kentucky.
Come on, to
Yeah, the
Grant Hill
Don
for the
Nelson's
shot.
garbage.
The Don Nelson's
But
garbage.
Kyrie, listen, the magic, the baby hook in Boston Garden, iconic as hell. That has to be in your top five.
That's fine. That's fine. But I have a problem with you not having the Jordan shot against Brian Russell
Well,
in Game 6.
you only have five. So so give your five.
List it, yeah.
All right, Magic at 5, Kyrie at 4, Fisher at 3,
The point four.
the point 4, Robert Horry at 2, and Jordan Brian Russell shot at 1.
All right.
Like-
Very hard to argue with that.
Like I don't the Don Nelson shit and
The
this
Don
like,
Nelson, that
bro, the 0.4 of a second shot. Nobody knew you could shoot a shot with 0.4 of a second. until now.
that was freaking amazing.
Come on,
No, I agree
Derek
with that.
Fisher. Come on,
Rick
dude.
Flores also agrees with you. He said Rafa has named some great shots.
Yeah, no. Rafa has killed it with those shots, and it's very hard. Very hard. I mean, to do a top five is extremely difficult. The Don Nelson, whatever, but and even the Jordan. I mean, Jordan could do. You could do a top five with Jordan alone.
Yeah, the shot he
You
hits.
know, speaking of, what is LeBron James' moment when you talk about shots?
His moment? Oh.
Oh,
Is it
no,
the one?
it's not shots. It's
Oh,
he's so good of it. Okay, well, you can go to the shot in the corner against Chicago to win the game when the Bulls were the
Shit.
number 1 fucking seed.
That was an insane shot.
And the shot in the corner.
Yeah,
How about the
360.
shot in the corner against Washington? That I'm like, dude, he's number 2 in clutch
I'm
moments.
testing your ass, man.
And he's number 1 in the playoffs, by the way, and
Oh.
number 2 overall in the history of the NBA because nobody shot more game winning attempts than Kobe.
Also,
So-
his best moment is a block.
It's
Yeah,
100%
which is even
because
harder.
he's that good. That's the thing about it. That the greatest player we've ever seen with the fucking most points ever. Oh, I'm riding
Well,
LeBron.
we know.
I'm riding LeBron. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. These kids who just saw him, like Ant and Tatum and all these fucking Kobe, Messiah, and Jordan is the best and blah, blah, blah. They just saw LeBron James at 39 and a half years old and voted him the best player on the fucking team. There ain't no doubt. And Grant Hill, did you hear Grant Hill? I didn't know he was that good. In practice.
Practice.
Yeah.
We talking about practice?
Yes, sir.
All right.
But Jordan for sure has the most iconic shot for me.
Shots. The Brian Russell.
Yeah.
That was
A little push off,
and,
but-
and the Craig Elo. That's
Dude, the Craig, when he
yeah.
hits a shot over on the Cavs and he's fucking in the air
yeah, that's fucking
11
badass.
and a half feet,
Yeah,
his hand is like 11 and a half
Yeah.
feet up.
for sure.
Did you
like-
put no Kobe shots there on purpose?
What Kobe shot? Give me a Kobe moment. What Kobe shot? Give me
You
one.
have one over D Wade in the
Okay.
middle. You have
When?
the
At
one-
what point? When was that? When was that
Oh.
game good?
This is actually
That-
a
'cause
great
that was-
conversation.
Because guess what? That wasn't in the playoffs. Come on, give me something.
This is actually a
Give me a
great-
playoff moment.
Yo-
Was it the game was it the series against the Celtics where they lost game 6 by like 37? Was it
No,
that?
obviously not.
How about the game against the Suns where he misses a shot, the rebound goes to fucking Artest in the corner, he hits the 3 and wins the game? Was it that one? Oh wait, no, that wasn't him either. Like,
Okay,
give me some. How about
so-
the air ball in Utah? Was it that one?
So
How
wait,
about
wait.
the, how about wait?
The
How
airball
about
in
the
Utah
2000
that made him who he was.
that made him who he was? That
Yeah,
made him
those
who he was.
airballs?
Those air balls with Dale Harris as a coach. What made him who he was Phil Jackson and that fucking offense. It wasn't who made him who he was.
If he doesn't,
Hold on. Time out. Let me help you out here, Eddie. Hold on. Pump the brakes. You just said something crazy as fuck. Do you think if Kobe Bryant didn't have Phil Jackson,
100%. He's
let me finish.
not doing dick.
So, oh my God. So, your belief is Kobe Bryant is not Kobe Bryant without Phil Jackson?
My belief is that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are not Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant without Phil Jackson. It is statistically proven. Do you want to go to the records? Do you want to go to the
If
records?
anything, Phil Jackson have had to reel Michael Jordan back.
Real.
He said,
Michael Jordan, when Doug Collins was his coach, couldn't sniff a fucking playoff series win.
no, but I'm talking about as far as scoring. Like he had said, hey, if you want to win,
And
you
there's-
gotta trust your team. That's a fucking fact off of that.
trust your team. The man shot 30 shots a game.
We're
Where
talking
was the
about Michael
trust?
Jordan.
Yes, where was the trust?
So
They were in a system, and their system won the titles. Last time I checked, LeBron James has 4 titles with 3 different head coaches. Michael Jordan has 6 titles with 1 coach. Kobe has 5 titles with 1 coach. What did they do the other times? They did nothing.
well, then don't give it to Phil Jackson. Give it to Tex Winners because it
Oh,
wasn't.
100%.
It
He
wasn't
created
even
that.
fucking.
Ain't no
It
doubt about
wasn't
it.
even Phil Jackson.
You're right. It was Tex Winners who created that system, and Phil Jackson coached it. Phil Jackson was the Joe Torre of the NBA.
I think you're discounting that. I don't want to.
Should we look up the years where he
No, no,
played
no,
for
no.
Dale
You
for,
said bumped your
for
head.
Del Airs? Huh?
B-Tap said you don't bump.
Yeah,
Because B-Tap's a Kobe fucking stringer along.
no. There's players that go beyond like the work ethic, the drive, the dog, whatever you want to call
Don't
it.
doubt the drive. Nobody's doubting the drive. The problem is that without that system, you did nothing. That's the thing about it. We're going to sit here and watch Kobe Bryant in his final season average 17 a game. At what, 36 years old? How about Michael Jordan at 38? He was a ball hog in Washington. Who was the coach? It wasn't Phil Jackson. It wasn't Phil Jackson. He was atrocious. Let's put him on the All-Star team, but he ain't one of the 10 best players in the league.
That is in listen,
At that point.
that is a crazy ass take.
I'm giving you
I
stats to back
love it. I love it.
I'm
I
giving you-
love it, but for you to discount Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant to say that, and I don't want to put words in your mouth. What would they be without Tex Winter and like? Would you compare them to Kawhi Leonard, Paul
he
George?
wishes. Are you kidding? They wish. They didn't play defense. Those guys. You just named Michael Jordan in his era.
Wait,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on,
I'm telling you,
hold
Ed.
on, hold
I'm
on.
telling you, in that
This is-
garbage
we're
ass
getting
era,
gold right here,
dude.
CJ.
In that
This
garbage
is
ass era,
Gold right here.
in that garbage ass era that Jordan played in, garbage ass era. Okay, there was one season,
Oh, here we go.
garbage as fuck. Okay, dude, teams wouldn't score 100. Trash, garbage. Oh, and he's all of a sudden they get 1 year. Some guy already did the stats. They went through all the games. 1 year they gave him defensive MVP.
Here we go.
You had to see Akeem's stats.
Here we go.
Akeem's stats.
Have you heard the theory about this?
I saw the theory.
No. There's a theory behind the theory
What's the theory?
that LeBron James people who did this.
Yeah, they're the ones who did it.
this. Who did this study? It's LeBron James people to discount and discredit Michael Jordan's greatness. There's a whole.
There's no need to discredit
it's
his
like
greatness.
elites and Illuminati
Listen,
shit.
dude,
It's fucking
oh my God.
crazy. It gets as deep as this shit, CJ. It gets crazy
Where are you
fucking deep.
seeing this?
Listen,
Oh,
all right.
Twitter, everywhere.
in the
The deep sources of the internet.
down
deep
the
dark
down
sources.
the rabbit holes my sleep machine's on.
So don't talk shit to me when I get to those deep rabbit Twitter holes.
Dude, listen.
Your deep rabbit Twitter holes don't go past 2000. That's the
Look-
problem. The year 2000. That's my problem with you, CJ.
It was no internet.
Yeah,
So
no
there's
internet.
no
You can't go
internet. You
past.
can't go
Okay.
back. You can't go back, man. There's no fucking internet.
It gets fuzzy, like Jacob said in real life.
Oh, yeah,
Look,
yeah. That's how real life was.
There's something circulating right now on Instagram where it's Michael Jordan. He's sitting down. They're interviewing him. I don't know how many years ago this was. And they asked him, well, do the championships make you the best player ever?
Oh, I see this.
And he said, well, I can't be. You can say I'm the best player ever, but who's not to say Bill Russell because he won 11. And they played in different eras. So, but LeBron James, he's dominated for almost 20 years. 20 years. That's the thing. Like people talk about the Miami
When
team.
you say dominated, though, he has 4 championships out of 20.
He's only been favored in 5. Or I'm sorry, in 4 of the 10, he's been favored. He was favored against Dallas, and they lost. He wasn't favored in 2007 against the Spurs. He wasn't favored in 2000. The last year Miami against the Spurs, the Spurs were favored in the series. He's been favored 4 times. Michael Jordan was favored in every finals he was in, and it wasn't even close.
You said dominated, and I hate to cross-contaminate sports, but Tom Brady in 20 years.
No, we're not doing this.
7 fucking champions. That's dominating. 4 and 20 is not dominating.
We're not doing this. We just got off Mahomes.
But he was the most dominant player. He was one of the
Nobody's
best.
dominating. Nobody's saying that Tom Brady wasn't the best player. That's not the best player ever.
You said LeBron.
He's dominated. LeBron, if you look at, and you look all over Instagram, the year Derrick Rose won the MVP, LeBron's stats are superior to his. The year Harden won the MVP, LeBron's stats were superior to his. LeBron's stats are superior. That man just averaged 25, 7, and 8 this year. Or 25, 8, and 7, or whatever the fuck it is. He's 39. That is dominating, Eddie. That is at 39 years old, he's dominating.
I'm
at
actually
30,
an advocate of LeBron, but I love
at
poking
30,
the bear.
at 36 or 37, pull up Jordan stats and Kobe. Like Kobe's not even in the conversation. Like he's not in it. It's Jordan, Kareem, and LeBron.
So then why hasn't LeBron James won? He's gotten Anthony Davis. You saw how good Anthony Davis was. Anthony Davis was just a central piece to the Olympic team.
If we let's look at this.
Great,
All right.
which gave me and you agree, like he was great in the Olympics.
He was phenomenal, but he's also great when the other 10 players that are on the team or 11 are great.
All great. Yeah.
All great, with the exception of Derek White, who in his own right is fucking great enough.
It's easy to be great when you have to catch up to
Exactly.
greatness.
You're not doing shit. You were just playing with other great players.
But the AD stood out to me on this team.
Of course he stood out, because the other 2 turds were fucking Joel Embiid, who's a fucking turd. You saw it.
They don't win without him. They don't beat Serbia without him.
Without who? Embiid?
Oh my God!
Stop.
I think Joel Embiid cannot be on the team. They still win gold.
Oh, 100%. It's not even a question.
That's ridiculous. He
makes it
was
harder.
he was in that
What was
4th quarter. He was dominant defensively. And you can't fucking argue that. Joel Embiid was a dominant force, and
Did
they
you
put
watch
him
the
on
game?
the team. Yes, and they put him on the team for that specific reason to guard Joker.
No. Did you watch?
You said you didn't even watch it.
No, I watched that game.
The
I watched that
Serbia?
entire. The
I
Serbia
didn't
game.
watch the Serbia.
I watched
Eddie
the
didn't
entire
watch it.
Serbia game. This was the reason that they were even in that Serbia had that lead. They couldn't miss.
They couldn't
in
miss
the
the
fourth
first half.
quarter.
True.
In the 4th quarter, when the game got tight, all right. There's one of those Mitrovic, Hatzovic, something with a Vic.
Bogdanovic.
No, it wasn't Bogdanovic, because he was phenomenal.
yeah.
One of those dudes with a Vic who couldn't misses a wide open 3. He was the cleanest shot he had the entire game. And Wade's calling the game. He's the other announcer on the game. And Wade says, in the 4th quarter, when the game gets tight, those shots that you were making wide open, you're going to miss them because you're not an experienced player. And that's all it was. It wasn't Joel Embiid.
It
was
played
that
great defense, Papa.
Embiid disappeared for the first 3 or 4 games. He had one good game. We got to crown this
I'm not
guy.
talking about the first 3 or 4 games. That he wasn't on that team for the first 3 or 4 games. He was on that team when Serbia came. He was on that team to defend the Joker.
I don't know.
I don't know what he did. Didn't the Joker have like almost a triple-double? What did he do defending? The
fourth
problem with
quarter, he didn't have a
Embiid,
good
He had
fourth quarter.
a lot of minutes before in those early games.
He
Yeah,
did,
and
and
he
he
didn't
didn't play
play
well.
well.
And
He
I
didn't play
agree.
well.
And I agree. But that's my point is that he was on that team for that game, for that moment.
he didn't shine in that game. Like
Fourth quarter, he did. Fourth quarter, he did,
I don't know
Rafa.
if he did enough.
He did, Rafa.
I don't know if he did enough. But
He
anyways,
did.
My point is just that they definitely win gold without him.
they win gold when you can replace a bunch of those guys and they still win gold. Like you could have replaced them with a bunch of dudes.
Dude, Tatum's on that bet. Tatum
Tatum
say Tatum sucks.
Tatum sucked in this. Tatum sucked, Ed. Did you watch?
didn't
In
play.
the Olympics,
No,
he was terrible.
He was atrocious.
Yeah.
Terrible.
There was a game where he
I
starts
agree.
him, and I think it was the 3rd game. They start Tatum, and he's taking shots that he shouldn't have been, and then he's missing. And then the game where I think it was the game against France, where they start him, gets a rebound, and I'm keeping track. I didn't watch the game. I'm keeping track on my phone. He gets a rebound at 2:59 in the first, and at 2:50, he shot the ball. So at 9, that means he didn't pass the fucking ball.
Okay.
Guess what happened after that? He didn't come back in the game.
Okay, but that's not my argument. I'm saying that Jason Tatum does not suck at the game of basketball.
No, of course
No.
he doesn't suck. But on Team USA,
He sucks.
that's not his style. They don't need that. They didn't
Well,
need
he
that.
didn't get much. I mean,
No, Ed, in the first couple of games he played, he didn't play good. He didn't play
he
good.
barely fucking played.
He was a ball stopper on that team. And when you watch that team play, everybody's moving. Like Embiid, when he got the ball, there was like shit where he tried to do that dribble bullshit that he does in Philly. Turnover.
Yeah.
Turnover. What happens in the timeout? You see LeBron like, hey, he went over and talking to him,
I know
and he's
what you're talking
probably telling him, you need to pass the ball. Everybody here is moving their ass.
I agree with everything
It
you're
happened
saying.
all through the group stage.
Yeah.
He was bad. I agree with you 100%. Embiid was bad, but in that Serbia game, which we all thought, I think Serbia was better than France. You bring him on that team for that moment, for that defensive capability against the Joker. You got a big body, athletic, and he did his job. You cannot tell me that he didn't.
I think they
contribute.
replace him. Oh no, I'm not saying he didn't contribute. I think if you replace him
With who?
if AD
You can't say
starts,
Rudy Gobert. He was on France.
no, if AD starts, they replace Rudy right away. He'd start starting after the second game because he was no good. If you replace Embiid and you start AD and you bring another big, they would have been fine. You could have played AD and Bam and not had Embiid. You would have been fine. So that's the thing.
To me, there's only two players that are comparable. It's AD and Embiid. There's
AD
really,
had an overall better Olympics than Embiid. Overall.
facts, but that goes back to my original point that to me, what really stood out is how good Anthony Davis was, and it gives that question mark. It was like
But he doesn't always play that good. Like you're questioning LeBron's greatness. We
I'm not.
watched. Well, that's what you asked. Is why hasn't he won more? Well, let's take a look.
I said, why you said dominant. I don't think.
Oh no, Ed. When you score 40,000 points and you're a pass first guy, most basically, because you've seen. I know you've seen it because you're a Kobe lover. So you've seen the interview with Kobe, where Kobe says they tell Kobe, if you're picking a player to play with all time, who are you picking? His number one pick is LeBron James. You know what he says? Because he passes the ball. Because he don't want to shoot. So imagine a man who doesn't want to shoot is the all-time leading scorer of the NBA. He's top 10 in rebounds. He's top 3 in assists or 4 or 5 or whatever. He's top 10 in steals. He's like top 25 in blocks. And he's 6'7". That's his greatness. His greatness is every year he should be the MVP.
Let me ask you this, and
except with Joker.
I don't want to go into another 15-minute tirade, but my question to you is this, and I agree with every exact thing. I agree with everything you said, Rafa. Why do you think there's so much hate towards? I don't want to say hate. Why do you think there's indifference? Why isn't he the clear-cut GOAT? Why do you? I mean,
it's easy because it's Jordan. It was an era. That's the people are stuck in that. It's the shoes. Oh, people always say that. Like if you read there's a video we have 2.4 million views. Read the comments. Oh, Jordan's shoes are dope. Yeah, and his shoes are phenomenal. They're great. They're heavy as fuck, but they look badass, and people wear them for style. But realistically, if we look at the total thing, he's not better.
It's not the obvious thing that when Jordan was in a championship, he won every single one.
Yes, he only was 0-6. What happened the other 15 years? The problem is that in the other 15 years, in the other 9 years, he was basically irrelevant. Like his team, he didn't lead his team. First round played, first round exit, first round exit, first round exit. That's what it was.
He was rookie of the year and
didn't make the playoffs.
Irrelevant is tough.
Okay, so
he 66 points against Larry Bird and Boston Garden.
They didn't even beat the Celtics one time.
Yeah, I know.
He never beat Larry Bird.
But he put 66, and it was the most impressive thing I've probably ever. I've seen the Kobe 81. I've seen Durant. That 66 in Boston Garden.
If you think that's
the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
That's a joke. That's a joke. There's two. I can name you 2 performances better than that.
Top 5 performances in the NBA that you've ever seen. Go ahead.
Oh, number 1. I'm gonna tell you, number 1 is Klay Thompson scoring fucking what he scored 37 and a quarter.
Yes.
That was the most impressive shit I've ever seen.
Isaiah Thomas did like 29.
All right, well, this is 39 from Klay. All right, in 1 quarter. That's impressive as fuck. The game LeBron has against Detroit. All right, and then the game against Boston in Game 6, where you talk to that Celtics team, they're like, oh fuck, and that was Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. So that team. All right, there's other performances. Kobe's 81. He shot a shitload of times, but it was a phenomenal game. But he shot a fuck ton of times.
I don't care for that game.
He shot a shitload of shots, and it was the Raptors.
Michael Jordan 66 was in the playoffs.
But
No
he didn't
way.
win. That's the problem. He never beat the Celtics, and they didn't win the game.
But your argument that LeBron didn't win all those times, but he was the best. That's the same argument I'm
Eddie,
giving right back to you.
No, because it's not the same.
Have you seen those rosters?
Have you, dude? To me, the best team ever established is the Warriors. The
Yes,
best team
yes.
ever put together is the Warriors. They went and got Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
After losing to LeBron, they went 73-9, lost to LeBron in the finals, and then go out and get Kevin Durant. Like, they added the second best player in the league to the best team in the league.
Well, don't discount. I mean, who had 72 wins?
Jordan's team.
Okay. Well,
72 and yes,
Yeah.
wonderful. But LeBron beat a 73-win team. And then he faced the Warriors 2 years after. He faced what the Warriors was it? 2 years after that? 2 in a row?
Yes.
Yep.
So he faced the Warriors 4 years in a row. So arguably the best team in the league. He faced them 4 times. He also played Klay Thompson, Hall of Famer, Draymond Green, Hall of Famer, Steph Curry, Hall of Famer, Kevin Durant, Hall of Famer. That was their team. And all he had was Kevin Love and Kyrie. And the first 2 times, they didn't even finish the series. He was up in the series 2-1 with Matthew Dellavedova and a 7-man rotation. That was the team. It was Matthew Dellavedova was the second best player. Like, he got paid by the Bucks the next year. Like, that's what I'm talking
you think
about.
we were dead set nuts in the fucking NBA season? We've been talking basketball for a fucking hour and a half. We have football, Rafa. We have to talk about
because the LeBron hate
I've been
is
asking you guys.
absurd. That is the thing. Like, people, these Jordan sexuals and these Kobe lovers, like, Kobe lovers are delusional. Like, you really are. All of you, Jay, Zach's kind of changed his tone a little bit, but Jay, delusional, Eddie Money, to even
But can
think.
I give them an excuse? It's the tragic way we lost Kobe, and when you lose someone like that, like when you go to someone's funeral who was an asshole, and those people get up and you romanticize. And listen, I hate to admit this on camera, but I was the president of the Kobe hater club. I literally I had a problem with Kobe, and you know my nephews. I would get into serious arguments, but it's the way he passed and the whole thing he meant to LA. I think that adds to the what pulls on your heartstrings, what makes people better. Like, you know, and I think that's an excuse. I'm not saying it's the right thing, but that's
The thing is, they grew up watching him. They only watched Laker games. So when you only watch Laker games, you don't appreciate the greatness of LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like, for you to sit here and say, oh, well, that team in Miami, bro, game 7, Bosch had 0 points. Game 7 against San Antonio, that man had 0 points. You know, the shot that Ray Allen hit leading up to that, LeBron had scored like 7 in a row and had assisted on the other 5 baskets before or whatever. Like, all of that led to that point.
As a kid, can I ask you, because I know this for a fact, as a kid growing up, I hated Larry Bird. I mean, I hated Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was my favorite player.
I hated Joe Montana. I hated John Elway. I hated Dan Marino. And then when I got older, I understood that was just me pulling for my team, but their greatness shines, and I matured and understood that.
So
why don't people do that with
Because
LeBron James?
Because he's great. When people are like, people are never going to get, if Mahomes only wins 5 Super Bowls and he goes to 7, and we know, and you can see it, him playing, that he's gifted a so much better player than Brady overall. Like, actually, as a gifted athlete, he's better than Brady.
But no one's ever gonna. I mean,
But if he doesn't win 7 Super Bowls, he's not going to be better than Brady. To me, in my eyes, Patrick Mahomes is better than Brady in 2 years. If he wins another Super Bowl, in my eyes, he's better than Brady.
wrong.
Well, that's my opinion.
Eddie, you know that question that you just asked Rafa? You can ask the exact same thing to yourself about Mahomes.
Yeah.
So in 10 years, are you going to appreciate Mahomes?
No, I've come on the show and I've kind of, listen. I've come on. I know, but I've come on and said, listen, he's a lot of it is obviously hate, but a lot of it, okay.
Tap that ass.
But I mean, to me, 27-3, 27-3,
28-3.
28-3.
Right.
To me,
No, there's moments.
like
There's
Tom
100%.
Brady. I'm gonna see if, and I've never said it on the show before. If Mahomes gets 5,
You'd consider it. You'd consider it. You'd consider it. You'd consider it because he's
I will consider him being
better than Brady.
The GOAT.
I need to say the word.
He needs to say the words.
Finish it.
Say it. Say it.
If he gets 5, take a break. I will consider him being maybe the best quarterback that ever lived.
Wow.
There's no doubt about it. And
If
I
he
feel
gets
the same way.
5,
Like for me, my favorite player growing up as a kid was Michael Jordan. That was my favorite player. And then it was Shaq.
but who did you hate?
I
was great.
always hated Magic. I always hated Magic.
Now, did you learn to appreciate?
Oh no, I appreciate Magic. I think he's the greatest
did
Laker
you
ever to play the game.
But did you back then?
No, back then I was 10, 12 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
But as you get older, you appreciate how good Magic was, right?
Yeah.
So you appreciate all of Magic, right? There's people that will never appreciate, like if you ask Jason Tatum who the best player ever, he's probably going to say Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, he still texts him.
Exactly. So he's probably gonna say that because that's his guy and whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
I grew up loving Michael Jordan. That was my team. I was a Bulls fan. I always hated the Lakers, and I hated the Lakers for a reason. This is stupid, but
I don't want to hear it.
well, real quick, it's just one of my dad's friends. He loved the Lakers so much, and I hated the Lakers. When Shaq was my favorite player, and then after Shaq, it was LeBron. It's like watching LeBron is watching greatness in my eyes. People don't like what they don't like about LeBron is that LeBron's not shooting 30 times a game. They don't like that. The other thing is too, like people like Jay and some of these Laker fans that are Kobe lovers, like they only watch Lakers. So when they see LeBron come here at 35 years old or 36 or whatever, and they don't win, it's like the man is 35, 36, 37, 38 years old. Like he's going to have trouble to get up every night. Yet he still ends the season averaging 25 points a game with 8 rebounds and 7 assists or whatever. Like he's still doing that at this age. That counts for greatness, not longevity. Like people, he's better because he's played longer. No, he's better because he's consistently this good at this age. Like nobody thinks Hank Aaron was phenomenal and fucking age 44.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks that because he wasn't great at that age.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
We have some comments from BTAP. He said this goes back to the best game you ever saw, like point scoring. He said Kobe's 60 retirement was better than Jordan's.
Oh, B-Tap. I wanted
Jordan's what?
that. No, Kobe's
Jordan's
last game where he shot 8,000 times against 60.
Kobe's
that
last
was
game.
horrible.
Kobe's last game.
That was bad.
I told everyone bet on the Lakers tonight because they're going to win that game. They were underdogs in that game. The Jazz, Gordon Hayward. You knew that he was going to win. The game meant nothing for both teams.
They were playing against the Generals, like
they were playing
the Globetrotters
Yeah,
against
they
the
had
Generals.
to lead them back. He had to lead them back. It's like, but it was just miss after miss.
B-Tap. Come on, B-Tap. You just showed your
But
Kobe.
he said he's not a Kobe lover because he agrees Bron is number one. He hates him on the Lakers, but he's the GOAT. Fuck him. And
I
he
mean,
said,
that's my opinion.
he said never say never, Ed. I'm a homeboy gonna pass him.
I don't know if Mahomes gets to 7.
No, I don't think so.
I don't even, 5 is still a long shot because there's so many good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right now, like Joe Burrow, who's gonna fall off again.
Aiden O'Connell, Carter Minshew.
I thought we said good quarterback.
Nathan Peterman, baby.
Can we talk about that for 1 second?
Let's get into football, man.
Let's get into football. Obviously I'm a Raider fan.
I would have never thought it.
Could have swore
The myopic, the myopic, there's myopic fans. Dallas probably number 1. Like whatever.
It's close. It's fucking close.
Who do you think is 2?
Miami and the Raiders. I mean, it is fucking close.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it Miami?
I mean, I'm sorry, the Dolphins and the Raiders. The Cowboys and the Raiders.
I was about
Sorry.
to say, what?
Yeah.
No, Miami doesn't even know they have a team.
Yeah, right.
Miami's like,
so much other shit.
we got a team today.
Yeah. But to just positively look at every addition, and especially for the Raiders because we've been bad for so long, and to constantly think we're right there and we just signed to go. I hope a lot of it is tongue in cheek. I'm hoping people are being sarcastic because when you sign Nathan Peterman 2 weeks before the season starts, That is not a good sign, Raider fans. And get your shit together.
B-Tap said
At least the
it's
Cowboys have been good.
said it's gonna be another long year for us. Said three-peat for sure.
I don't think so.
Not gonna happen, man.
But we're on college football, and
Let's talk about it.
we want to do a little SEC preview this
There's
time
no,
around.
no, how's the battery?
We already changed it.
We're good.
Oh, fuck.
You gotta take a piss.
Gotta go to the bathroom?
I do.
All right, let's do a 2-minute break. Can we do 2 minutes?
No,
We can't.
3.
3-minute
Oh,
break.
thank you.
give me
3-minute
an
break
extra
so
minute.
Ed could go to the restroom.
Back, everybody. Thank you for hanging in with us. We've just been we've been going off on each other, man. Giggity,
Giggity.
Shit, I-
brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
But thank you guys for sticking around. B-Tap's been there. Ricky Flores, our number one, all our number ones right there. But we're about to get into college football. How many more weeks till college football, Eddie Money?
think we're I want to say
September.
No.
Oh,
No. Hell no.
L-
6 Saturdays? No,
L-
we're like 2.
2.
LSU
No,
Vegas.
we are not 2.
No,
Week
I think
0
we're like 3 or
LSU
4.
Vegas, right?
Bro, we
Oh,
are
right.
not.
We're like
You are, dude,
or-
on Saturday,
it's either 3 or
Saturday,
4 Saturdays.
are you out of your fucking mind?
you got
3.
3 or 4 Saturdays is the NFL. We're in week 2 of preseason already in the NFL.
I think it's like 3 Saturdays.
think
You
it's
are
like 3
nuts, guys.
4.
We are like 2 weeks
Listen,
away.
we're
wanna
2
say
weeks
Zero
away.
is on August 24th.
Yes,
Wow.
that's next Saturday.
Wait, hold on.
No, that is
College
that is next
football?
Saturday.
What?
Yes.
College
Yes.
football?
Yes,
I thought the first game was the 14th in Vegas.
that's
Oh, yeah,
September
that's next
2nd.
Saturday.
September.
Oh.
That's that USC LSU game, September 2nd.
Should go, man.
I think that's that game. So
Should go.
That would be down.
What do we got for college football?
All right, so CJ brought this idea of doing a SEC preview. You know how we usually do it for NFL, but this college football even bigger this year. SEC bigger, all these conferences a little bigger. So
SEC is the big dog.
yeah. So we'll start with them, and then just everybody go around, give their own picks. So I guess we'll start off with who you think will be in the conference championship and who you think will be the conference champion.
Okay.
Regular season? No, right?
No, who's in the conference championship?
All right. So
Yeah,
for me, it's Texas, Georgia, and I think Georgia beats him.
I saw something today that
Sticking to my guns.
just pissed me off because we did this last year, CJ. We did this last year with "There's no one better." Hakatomi Plaza, get over here. We need you.
What'd he say?
So I looked at odds. I believe to win national championship is Georgia minus 300 or plus 300.
It's got to be plus.
Yes, plus
Can't be
300.
minus.
And then it just went from there. We did this last year with Georgia. Like, who can possibly even compete with Georgia?
I always say Bama. So
I argue it's more people this year than any other year.
no.
And last year, I went
you're right,
deeper.
you're right.
100%.
It's deeper. This is the deepest year.
100%. And you know my theory on quarterbacks and Carson Beck. He's
Oh, man.
ugly,
He's
man.
got an ugly face.
He's
Yeah.
ugly, and he ain't winning championship.
Okay, so who's your pick?
Alabama and specifically Mr. Milroe will win the Heisman,
Oh,
and he will be in the freaking championship. And I don't want to say something
So
stupid.
who's winning the SEC?
Who's on the other side?
Who's
of,
winning
of
the SEC?
Alabama?
Well,
Who's on the
no.
other
So there's
side?
no divisions
Doesn't
this
matter.
time.
no divisions.
That's why I
Oh,
took
that's
Georgia,
no
Texas.
conference.
So
No
whoever
conference.
It's just a conference.
All
I'm gonna go.
The first two.
I'm gonna go Texas, Alabama rematch of a great game last year. Great freaking game last year, where Quinn got hurt. Right, he got hurt in that
Yeah,
game.
they still won that game.
Yeah, and they still won. I'm gonna say Texas beats Alabama this year because I think Texas is just.
So you think Texas wins the SEC?
I do, but Milroe will be the number one pick in the NFL draft next year.
Is it because he's good looking?
I'm not sure what he looks like.
We're not doing this man draft again. I need that fucking video. I need a full clip. I don't give a fuck how many people. I need that.
I gotta find it.
I need it.
I think when we had Jameson here and I heard he was working with
Jalen Milroe.
with,
but Carson Palmer.
with Jordan Palmer.
Jordan Palmer.
With Jordan Palmer. He was just dare I say a bigger version of Lamar Jackson. Like he will kill you with his feet. And I believe he will get that much better with the coach that he now has from the University of Washington.
That's my problem with Bama. You know I love Bama. That's my problem with Bama.
Listen,
Coach.
Saban is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Saban is the best coach that ever walked the face of the earth.
Damn
But-
right. Ain't no doubt
But
about it.
offensively, Washington was unfreaking believable last year. And this coach will help Milroe, and he will be the Heisman Trophy winner. They will get to the SEC championship, and he will be the number one pick in the NFL draft. Put your fucking money on it, man.
Eddie Money.
I'm gonna go Georgia and Bama, and Georgia wins.
You know that
Texas doesn't get
that Georgia is with Smart is 1-5 against Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't beat
With
Alabama.
Kirby Smart,
Yeah, but
one
this is Nick
That's
Saban.
exactly-
Saban. No,
Five.
let me correct myself. Let me
One
correct
and
myself.
five.
He doesn't beat Nick
Saban.
Saban.
It's Nick
He doesn't
Saban,
beat-
Ed. It's
There
Nick
we go.
Saban. This ain't the same fucking deal.
I do, John.
I feel like Georgia and Bama would be the right answer, but I feel like a sleeper team that I.
Oh, hold on. We get to that.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay,
get to that.
no,
We're gonna get to that.
I think Bama beats them. They don't have Nick Saban. Kirby Smart's gonna dog walk these motherfuckers.
So Georgia.
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 You said Bama. beats them.
So
Oh, my bad, Georgia.
y'all know I like to be different. Of course,
Yeah,
I
of
like
course.
To
So
be
here comes some
we go
Ole Miss.
Tennessee.
So the reason you don't like Bama is the reason I like Bama. Kalen DeBoer does more with less every time he coaches a team. He did less at Indiana. He did more with less at Washington. And now he has more. He has the influx of talent. I don't think that Bama is going to drop off as much as people expect them to.
I agree.
I think they're going to be in the championship, and Eddie broke it. I think Nico and the Vols get
Yeah.
to the championship, and I think Nico has an amazing
Oh
year.
yeah.
I think he
God, Dick
goes out
Ryan,
and
the guy.
crushes it. and I think he
Jesus.
gets the Vols to the championship.
This
and I
kid
think
is special,
Bama
Rafa.
wins.
Oh,
He's,
gosh.
he's special as fuck.
Special.
Special as fuck. But
We're
it's
gonna
the SEC.
We're gonna see.
It's the SEC.
But
Him
he
and
got it.
dog.
He got that.
Have we ever seen a quarterback have a 42-inch vertical jump? Nico has it might be more.
Probably Kyler Murray.
Man, y'all lucky I ain't suit up for real.
Eddie, let's be honest. I probably have a higher vert, dog.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Dog,
Off a
come on.
trampoline, baby.
Eddie,
No.
I guarantee
Not
you,
even
dog.
then.
At my
Not
heaviest,
even then.
Right to the
I
trampoline,
promise
boom.
you, at my heaviest, I was jumping a 25-inch vert, and that was at 400 plus pounds. So
All right,
talk
so
to me,
what?
Eddie.
You lost 100 pounds? You think you jump 42?
I
Negro,
have lost
please.
100 pounds. I have
Negro,
lost 100
please.
pounds.
You should not even on the
Just think, you know what? That's
Yeah.
a Filipino thing. Filipinos think they can jump high.
That's what it is. You're not Steph Curry.
Oh,
I couldn't. No,
Oh,
bro.
shit, he said off a trampoline.
By the
That
way-
shit was hilarious.
B-Tap said that Rafa looks Mexican now with all that golf gear.
Yeah.
Wow,
Mexican.
Rafa, fuck.
Fuck.
like
I
disrespect.
dig it. I dig it.
Don't dig that shit.
At least I'm still Latino. Because, dude, some
But
people
that's
get compared to Arabs and shit.
No,
so-
that's right. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
You definitely look like you're from Pakistan.
Jacob.
Jacob leans into the Muslim.
No, he
Jacob
does.
He
does.
Yeah,
He
he
does.
If he shaved his mustache, dude, he
Oh.
wouldn't make it
Hello, my
through
friend.
TSA.
No, for sure.
No, I think if he shaves his mustache, he's already on Dana White's like fucking watch.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
He's gonna get a title shot.
I want him now. Give him John Jones.
Jacob Nurmagomedov.
Yes.
By the way, the reason I picked Georgia, by the way, is because I think Texas is actually going to go undefeated in the regular season. I think they beat Georgia at Texas, but I think that will be Georgia's only loss, and they will avenge it in the title game. It's hard to beat a good team
Listen,
twice.
I'm so down on Georgia because I was so like everyone.
Yeah.
I listen. I talk shit, but I believed it. No one could touch Georgia. Georgia was this. Georgia was that. Yeah, we were in Vegas for that fucking game, man. And you had Alabama, and I'm like, there's no way. And Georgia was just underwhelming. And I don't know if I see difference makers. I really don't. I don't.
I don't know. I'm going to
And
take
Milroe,
Kirby.
Jalen Milroe is like he's Michael Vick, but 30 pounds heavier.
Oh, don't say no one's like Michael.
No, he's not like Michael Vick. I know where Ed's going. Yeah,
Yes,
like
true.
Lamar,
Yeah,
like Lamar type,
But
bigger.
and
And
stronger.
college bigger. So it's like
Yeah.
that makes him even bigger.
Yeah, I think he's going to be better. When I see him, I think he's going to be better than AR-15.
Oh, not even close.
Not even, yeah.
Yeah, I
And in
see.
college, it didn't even compare.
No.
Like AR was
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
So AR had only 13 games, very raw. Milroe is going to have the tutelage of being around, like you said, the Bauer or DeBuer or whatever the fuck.
DeBoer.
Yeah, I
DeBoer.
really think
Not a fan.
that is really
How?
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm
Tell
going
me,
to tell you
because it
why.
doesn't make sense.
I
Rafa.
like
Makes sense.
Doesn't make
Washington. I
sense.
like Washington. This is the SEC. I think it's too big of a job for him. I really do. Like, it's different when you get to play Cal and Stanford and Oregon State.
He was in the Big Ten also. He did
Yeah,
at
and-
Indiana.
Yeah,
Cal's
yeah,
did
it
amazing.
was Indiana.
Everywhere he's gone.
It was Indiana, and he went to Washington, which wasn't a big job at
But
the time.
you're saying
So-
SEC is a bigger dog, but he was big dog. Big Ten's a big dog.
But you know what the crazy
So
thing
there were
about
two
him
teams
is?
in the Big Ten.
The crazy thing about
Two
him,
teams
him
before
is,
this season.
is that he's brought the nucleus
Mookie just made an error.
of every of his squad when he was Division II.
Yes.
He's brought these guys all up.
So
Like,
he's probably phenomenal. I need to see
no,
it.
he
first.
is.
He
I want to
is.
see it. I want to see it.
that
Show me.
Okay, so with that Washington team was the worst out of the 4 teams with no defense, and he did more with less than any other coach last year. Like that
Well,
Washington roster was not compared to the other top 5
This
schools.
is where I'm going to stop you at more than less. They had 2 players drafted in the top 9 from their offense.
Right. That's
The
it,
only
though.
good unit that they had.
That's it.
So the 2 players in
Well,
the top offense
offensive line
Offensive
was
line.
dog.
About to
was
say that. They
phenomenal.
won their award.
So don't say the less.
But more with less.
He played Cal and Stanford
He-
for a couple years.
And he had to go
Those
play
are
Texas.
nothing.
He had to go play games. He played at Indiana. He had to go play Ohio State. Go
This
play
year, he
Michigan.
needs to prove me wrong. That's all.
It's a bias. There's only one person that could have stepped into that Alabama job where you thought
There's
this is
3
not-
guys.
No,
that- 3 guys.
Sarkeesian.
Sarkeesian Lane
Lane Kiffin and fucking
and
Debo.
Debo.
Any one of those 3 dudes?
I think it's only Sarkeesian. I
Really?
think
Are
it would
you
have been too
kidding?
big for
Lane.
Lane?
I'd argue
Look, I
Lane.
like-
Lane.
I'd argue Lane might be better than
they
Sark.
want to kill him in Tennessee.
I'd argue
I'm
Lane
riding with
might
you,
be better
Ninja.
than
I'm riding
Sark.
with you.
I argue I want Lane in that position more than
He's
Sark.
funnier.
He's
No, no,
I
dude. I like Sark.
Sark,
I like Lane. I like both.
like both. Don't get me wrong.
I like both too.
Yeah.
But Sark off of the Percocet and yeah, he's awesome.
Bro, I went into a bar when he was at
Don't
USC.
chow, man.
Went into a bar. The bartender, he walked in. There was nobody in there but me and a friend of mine. Walked in. Hey, coach, the usual. That was at USC. Like, damn, he always here. And then it came out like a year later.
Give me Coach O back.
Coach O.
No,
man.
that's
I'm
not. That's
sorry.
way too
best
big.
recruiter. Best recruiter
That's recruiting.
in history. Coach O.
Hey,
Go
Brian Kelly
Tigers.
though, he'll get in that video with you though.
Go Tigers.
All right, so we got who we think is going to win. Eddie's got Alabama.
Eddie-
You got Alabama. He's got Georgia.
Eddie,
You got
had
Georgia. I got Georgia.
Georgia over Bama.
I got Georgia over Texas in a good one.
I have Texas beating Alabama.
Okay, so you got Texas. Okay, so Texas, Alabama, Georgia. All right, and now, so who's the worst team we think?
So do we want to do this as like who will be in the bottom?
Who's the worst? Who's going to be the worst team in the
Oh.
SEC this year?
Easy.
Okay.
So this is the easy.
That's
one.
easy.
This is the easy.
Well, we can't do let's not do Vanderbilt.
I'm going to say Mississippi State.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
That's
too.
what I thought, but I thought after Vanderbilt. Like I think Vanderbilt's the worst. I think Mississippi State is right after that, and then I think
Kentucky.
Ooh,
no.
hell no.
No?
I guarantee you
Hell
Kentucky
no.
wins at least
7 or 8.
eight. At least
Yeah,
They
eight
got an
games.
easy schedule or
Kentucky
something,
knows who
nice,
they
or-
are.
Kentucky knows who they are.
It's
They're going to
like,
win 8 games.
We're gonna run the fucking
We're going to
ball.
run
Yeah.
the ball. We're not going to
Okay,
pass.
okay.
I like Kentucky
I'm
to win.
unfamiliar with Kentucky's game.
I like
I'm
Kentucky
not-
to be middle of the
Colorado.
pack. Kentucky might sneak into the top 25 at the
Right.
beginning of the season
For like 2-3 weeks.
for 2-3 weeks, and then they'll lose some games
Right.
when they start playing some dogs.
Right.
But I think Kentucky's going to hold their own for a little bit. And 8-4.
ESPN ESPN's no one watches it until the SEC comes on. I mean, they're begging for the season to
Yes.
start because they're so irrelevant, and they need to pay the SEC $1 trillion because that's the only time anyone watches ESPN.
So the worst team, Vanderbilt, but let's take a real school, a real
Yeah.
football school at
Right.
least. I'm going to say I would think Mississippi State out of those.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Florida's going to struggle,
Yes. So have you seen their schedule?
Yeah, they have the
They
toughest
have the
schedule,
hardest schedule in the
so
country.
far.
and I love me. If you're not a Gator, you're Gator bait. I mean, I'm all about the swamp. I love big Florida fan, but I just think
Napier.
they're struggling, man. They're struggling to find an identity, and their identity is we're gangsters, we break rules, and we have the best players.
Yeah, Napier's not a good coach. I don't think he's the right coach for that job.
Who is the
At
right
this point.
You need
Yeah.
someone
The
to rein
job's
them
not
in.
the job's
It's
not big
such a-
enough
it's
right
such a-
anymore.
really?
Anymore.
Their expectations are Urban Meyer and Steve Spurrier.
the days
you're-
of Tim Tebow are gone.
Like
I
if you look
agree.
at
They're gone.
That's
No,
why it's a
long
tough
gone.
job.
Yeah.
That's why
But
it's
those
a tough
Florida
job.
teams, if we're looking like let's look at the SEC and Alabama, Georgia, Texas now, right? LSU, Ole Miss, and then where Oklahoma, Florida, like that's all a joint shit.
But
Like
I'm talking. So when you're saying desirable school, I'm thinking about teams that don't have to leave their state to recruit. I'm like, Florida is one of those schools. You can branch in Miami, Florida State.
you can, but Miami's
It's dominating
it's
that.
dominating that
But
right
I'm
now.
saying as Florida, that's too big of a state for you even to get scraps, not to be.
you're
a
not getting
top
scraps.
third.
And I really feel like the University of Florida really looks down on Florida State
Yes.
and
As a
And
school.
Miami.
As a
Well,
school.
Yeah,
but-
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to realize, like, wake up.
Yeah.
Because you're not on the up.
You're
You're
not-
not the upper echelon
I
of
would
the
s-
SEC.
But imagine,
at
I
all.
still
imagine walking into the swamp and you see
Right,
that statue
but I still
of
think
Tim Tebow.
Florida-
And you've,
I
So
still
who-
think
let-
Florida's a top 25 brand in the college football.
Oh, yeah.
right, right.
Let's- yeah.
So therefore, there's no
Sure.
excuse. You got to hire somebody. There's money there. There's money in Florida.
Oh, go get what's his name, Jimbo.
go get
Big John.
Gruden.
He's undefeated in 4 years on high school.
Go get Jimbo.
the Division III school.
No,
No,
not
Go get
get
Jimbo.
no,
He can recruit.
no.
and then he's gonna
lose.
love you, man. All
I
right,
was like,
Lalo.
No, but
Are
he's
you
gonna
having
recruit
Menchie's or
and
what is that?
lose.
Pinkberry?
Yogurtland.
Yogurtland?
The best
Yeah,
spot for
best.
yogurt.
Open the
Best.
door for Lalo, please. My guy.
Hello,
We got
okay,
Lalo's
Poppy.
here.
So, yeah, Florida. I think Mississippi State, Florida's going to be down there as well. Florida's got coming out with when the top 25 came out last week, they ranked all the teams. Dude, they're playing like
Is
8 of them.
Cook is Cook back from Missouri? Did he go into the?
No, I think he. I thought he was in the
I
draft.
thought he was in the draft as well.
Yeah,
I liked him.
dude,
Missouri, I
he
think,
was
is going to
good.
be middle of the pack. I
So-
don't think they're as high as.
They're always better than
So-
what you think they
So
are.
let's go into the most disappointing team. Mine is Missouri. I think Missouri off last year being top 25 being upper echelon in the SEC, being way more dominant than any of us thought they were. I think this year, like you said, they're going to be a middle bottom tier SEC team and be a little disappointing than they were last year.
If I'm going most disappointing team, I think this is a landslide, and I think they're gonna know their role really quick, and that's the University of Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, but I don't
think they listen.
That's a good one.
There was two teams in. I mean, Oklahoma State's always a top 25 team, which no one ever sees them coming, but they always have draft picks. They're always right there with Baylor.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma's gonna find out, fuck around and find out, go in the SEC. They're gonna find out that the SEC is a different animal from the Big 12. And I think Oklahoma is gonna really, really regret going with Texas.
Well, I'm gonna go with I don't know. Oklahoma, I don't think is going to be expected. I'm going to go with a team that teams we would expect to be in the top 5 in the SEC.
Don't say Ole Miss.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think it's going to be LSU.
Good one.
I think it's going to be LSU as the biggest disappointment. I think they're going to win 8 games. They're expected to win. People think they can win 10. They can sneak in a playoff spot. I don't think they're going to be that. I think they're going to win 8 games. That's their cap for me. I think they're going to be the most disappointing.
If you win 8 games at LSU, it's not good enough.
No,
You're
no.
on the hot seat.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be the most disappointing.
I can't wait, man.
Who do you think, Eddie Money?
I wasn't paying attention.
Most disappointing SEC team
Hmm.
that is expected to do something.
Not the worst team.
Not the worst team.
I was looking at some SEC schedule, and it seemed like total was 8.5. But it didn't even seem like they would get 6. I don't know if it might have been Tennessee. I don't know if it was Tennessee or not. But
Do you think it's Tennessee?
I can give me.
No. Do you think they're going to be disappointing?
It was based on the schedule I saw, and I wasn't sure if it was Tennessee.
I don't know if it's Tennessee at all.
So pick something, motherfucker.
Well,
What do you got, Big John? You got somebody?
I think I'll go with you. Like, I think LSU, like, you have to have, like, there's like a standard with LSU. Like, you have to win these games, and losing Jaden Daniels and having to go through a new quarterback, it's always going to be like a little rocky start. And I just don't know if the team's going to have
If they're that deep.
Yeah, if they're that deep, and I don't know if they're going to have
They're in
that.
Louisiana. They're that deep.
But like,
but
like,
we've seen them fall.
SEC deep though.
Yeah, I don't know if they're SEC deep.
Why don't we talk about Les Miles ever coming back? Like, I don't
He had issues.
understand it.
Because he couldn't develop to pass the ball. Like his game
Wasn't
where
he
Nick
at
Saban-
Kansas?
No, he was at Kansas. He was, but where Nick Saban developed, Les Miles didn't. That's where the separate, because Les Miles was right there with Nick Saban. They had those 9-6 games with Derrick Henry in those years where they were competing with Alabama, but Les Miles refused to pass the ball.
The difference between Les Miles and Nick Saban was he went out and got the best offensive mind and said, "Just do that."
Yes.
He said, "Sark or
Lane Kiffin or fucking O'Reilly.
Yeah, he said, "Come here, do what you want. I will bring the discipline. I will be the defense, and go score points." And Les Miles
Didn't do that.
didn't do that.
Right.
But I feel like he doesn't get the credit.
He was a good coach.
I think actually,
but Kansas killed him.
he's actually in a lawsuit, Les Miles.
Yeah, there was some issues.
But
Yeah.
Kansas killed him. Like he went to Kansas and that all died.
Yeah.
Like his career died at
Yeah.
Kansas.
So that's my most disappointing.
Mine will be Tennessee. Yeah.
Okay, wow. That's a bold statement. I don't like Tennessee as much as everybody else.
High school.
I think they're 8-4 team for me. For Tennessee, I think they're 8-4. I think they missed a playoff.
Did you not see
Yeah, I don't think they get 9
Tennessee's
wins.
bowl game?
Listen?
It's a bowl
I'm going to
game.
give you we'll get to, since you obviously think so. Now it's your wild card team, and speak by what you're saying. Is Tennessee your wild card team?
Yes.
And that's your wild card team as well.
My wild card team is Ole Miss.
That's who my wild card team is. I think Jackson Dart is going to be, for most of the season, in the Heisman talk.
Yeah, because when you define a wild card, you're thinking about a team that could go 10, that could go 6, that could fuck up some games, that could ruin some a team's seasons.
I think Ole Miss is in the playoffs. I think they finish in the top 10. I think they're in the playoff.
I have an idea. Let's give who is in New York in that one Saturday night Heisman because can someone say his name from Tennessee from Warren High School?
Nico
Oh,
Lemia. I cannot say his last name.
Nico
Lamiavea?
Yeah, it's
Something
something like
like-
that, but like it's like
Nico Lamavea?
eight.
You think he's
How'd
in
you
New
say-
York?
whoa, whoa,
I
say
think
it?
he's in New York.
That's
I
a
think
bold
that's actually
statement.
how
I
you
think
say it.
Milroe.
You think Nico's in New York?
I think the running back from Ohio State, and
Nico
I
in
think
New York is crazy.
and Nico.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's that special.
I
He's
I like
a
it.
crazy athlete.
So give your-
no,
Crazy fucking
most
athlete.
definitely. most definitely.
So what's your Heisman 3? Give it.
Milroe, is his name Stevenson from Ohio State, the running back?
No,
Yes. No,
no, Henderson.
Henderson's there.
and Nico.
Dylan, Gabriel, and Nico. They do 4, right?
They do 4.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 4.
They do 4. Those are my 4.
I'm gonna go. So there's 4.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go Beck from Georgia.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Quinn from Texas.
I like
I'm gonna go Dylan Gabriel and Jalen Milroe.
Quinn ain't gonna even be starting by week 7, man.
And they're gonna go undefeated.
Archie, baby.
That team's going
Archie.
Bruh, he's a
undefeated.
bum.
That Texas team's gonna go
Woo,
undefeated.
it's a bold statement, Big John. Big.
I'm not an Archie fan. I don't know why. I
Oh,
just-
not an
Archie
I'm
fan
I'm not
either.
big on Archie Manning.
Nothing in high school.
Nothing
he
stood
did
out. Yeah,
that-
nothing
In high
stood out
school
since.
because he played like
Nobody.
at St. Jen's.
Yeah, like
Okay, but still, that's how you base off
No, no,
recruits.
no,
like
no,
you're
no.
basing Nico off of that. Like, well, now he
No,
has a
no,
bowl
no.
game under his
A bowl
belt,
game
but
under-
still, Nico was electric in high school.
That Nico played way above. He looked like he was playing against 3rd graders.
Dude, Arch
He
looked
was. He was
phenomenal
born
in the
down,
Texas
so.
in the spring game. Dude, Arch looked good as fuck in the spring game.
And I was a Archie
Hater.
hater. I've seen him, bro. He's the real deal now.
I gotta see
Arch
more.
is good.
I gotta see more.
All right. Arch looked good though.
Fair.
I like Quinn. I like Jackson Dart. I like Milroe, and I like Hendrickson for my 4.
Henderson.
I like Dart too. I
Henderson.
just think he's gonna fall off a little bit. I think the other guys will be.
no Dylan Gabriel, man.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
in
he's
there.
in there.
He's in that
Did
motherfucker.
you?
No,
Okay.
I like Dylan Gabriel to win it, like from like a month and a half ago, and all of a sudden he's the favorite. I think he's phenomenal. I loved him in Central Florida. Oof, boy, and then went to Oklahoma.
Eddie Money.
I'll probably go Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers. I'm gonna go all quarterbacks. Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers, Jackson Dart, and fuck, I forgot my 4th. I just had it in my mind.
Milroe, Alabama.
Yes.
Okay.
No Shador Sanders.
That's a joke.
You gotta
That's
play
only
both
that's
teams.
only
it
in
though?
college
Do you
football.
see what Dion
Yes.
did to that reporter?
yes,
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Dude, that's a local reporter,
like that.
a local
no
reporter
idea.
from
I
Denver.
didn't like it.
Like that's brutal.
It
like,
is
oh,
like-
you're from
explain it.
CBS, blah blah.
Explain
It's
it.
so.
So Dion, there's a reporter from Denver, CBS affiliate in Denver,
Yeah.
asking him a question. I think it was a couple days ago, asking him a question, and Dion said, "Oh, you're from CBS. I'm not answering your question." And it goes, "It's not on you. It's on the higher ups. They know what they did."
Yeah.
So I,
No disrespect. I have respect
no,
for you.
yeah. but it's still, and then the guy said, "Well, I'm from Denver, I'm the local affiliate." Oh yeah, but blah blah blah. You know, and they know what they did. Supposedly, the rumor is I don't know
No,
how
it's not a
true it is.
rumor. CBS Sports, the
Right.
app.
So they ranked him the second worst coach in the Big 12.
The app has
Yeah.
nothing to do with that dude.
That specific reporter, like
Yeah, has nothing to do with that. That was I like Dion, but that's a bullshit
Dion,
move by
that
Dion.
look.
And it's starting to kind of unravel there.
I'm hearing it's not going good in Boulder. I'm hearing that the team is falling apart, that there's no unison, there's no cohesion. I'm just not hearing good things. Like I'm talking about from players.
Can
I'm
I
talking-
tell you why? And you've dealt with this. We've all dealt with this.
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
It's daddy ball.
Mhm.
They're
That's what it
playing
seems like.
daddy ball, and that doesn't play well. So,
It's right there. Sorry.
like, in practice, they had they have him mic'd up and saying, "Here's the thing: you don't touch Travis, you don't touch Shador, and you guys do whatever you want. Just don't touch these dudes." And you know what? That's you don't have to say that. Like in an NFL camp, you don't have to say, "Don't touch Dak Prescott." Like you know that.
At the end of the day, whatever goes bad, the thing that it's always going to go back to is, oh, it's Shador and Travis's damn dad. That's all it's going to go back.
Yeah.
Every time something goes bad, bro, that's their fucking
Has
dad.
he adopted Travis? in public?
That's his father. Like on
Yeah.
that team, for all intents and purposes, that's his dad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
basically what it feels
So
like.
let me ask you
Hey,
guys
Ralphie
this.
says Shador's winning it. Come on, man.
So did you hear the controversy of that one little clip that they did when there was a post 3-4 days ago,
Talking about the
Uh,
pass.
the pass, and they say it's edited and
It
clipped.
was-
Oh,
It
yes.
says Shador throwing dimes, and it looked when I saw it, it didn't look
It
right.
Oh,
It was like I had to
saw that
watch it
video.
like 3 or 4
It didn't
times.
look
So
real.
It didn't look real.
You know what's funny
So
about that?
Arkansas has done their own parody of it.
really?
There's a couple of teams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a bunch of teams are doing it. College teams, NFL teams, they'll like
Oh,
it'll
that's
be a
so
video
good.
of a quarterback throwing it to the left, and then a receiver on the other hash mark catching it.
I
Or
think
they'll do, like,
Arkansas did one with a
That's
lineman, and the lineman's like
hilarious.
running
That
super
is so
fast. It's
good.
good. It's good stuff.
I'm so torn by Dion. I love, like, sometimes I see something, I'm like, that's exactly who we need. He's such a great role model. And then the next week, I'm like, I hate that. I think that's stupid. Like, I've never like been so flip-floppy on anyone.
I think his cons right now, his cons are outweighing his pros. Like nobody is seeing the good because there's not really any good to see when you're just seeing the bullshit, the bad, the talking shit to the reporter, the daddy balling. Like that is all shadowing any good he's doing, the representation,
Right.
the recruiting.
Can I give it like an analogy, like, you know, like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Like, you're hot and you're amazing. Everyone loves you. Everyone's on your sidelines. Everyone's at your concert, and then it becomes too much, and then people turn on you. It's like overexposure. I think people are now rooting against him because of the overexposure, and they feel like, man, I bought into you, and you weren't real. So now I'm just gonna fucking hate you.
Right.
And he's probably more middle of the road. Like, they went from a 1, or did they win any games to a 5?
1 to 4.
1 to 4. I mean, that we knew that.
What
was
do you
gonna
think?
happen.
Do you think they're gonna go to a 5 or 6?
I don't think they make a bowl game.
No, I don't think they're at 500. I don't think they get to 500.
Do they go over 4? Does he improve?
Yeah, but
think
so.
so.
Let's look at some of the games. So Oklahoma State isn't what they once were, right? So Arizona, they're losing that game. I think they lose to Nebraska.
Yes.
I think they lose to They're going into Nebraska. I think that's week 1. I think they go into Nebraska. I think they lose that game. They're going to be completely outcoached in that game. I think they lose that. I think they're going to lose. I think they're going to lose. Do they play Baylor? You got Baylor. You got TCU. You got SMU. I mean, you got a lot of decent middle of the road teams there.
So I'll say this might take this lightly. I think the Big 12, as far as top to bottom, is like there's like 12 can beat 1 out of any conference. Like that's the most true.
Texas Tech could be
Baylor or SMU or Kansas State or whoever's
Yeah.
up there. So Colorado is never safe. Like this season, they don't have one game where it's like, oh, they're going to beat the shit out of the team. It's always going to be, oh shit, Colorado's in Lubbock, Texas versus Texas Tech, 24-21, fourth quarter. Like that's every week.
I think the games are going to be really high scoring. They don't have an offense line, and there's not a real defense in the Big 12 with the exception of
never has been.
yeah, but with the exception of Utah
yeah.
and you know maybe Arizona could play some defense a little bit, but I doubt it. Like that Arizona Colorado game, the fucking total is going to be like 75.
Yeah.
Can we play Nostradamus here for a little bit? Does Deion Sanders coach college football beyond his sons being there?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
You say yes?
I say
yes,
yes.
not at Colorado.
Well,
I
I'll
say
tell you
yes.
something.
One.
I don't think he does, man. I
1 or
think
2 years.
I think he tries to follow his sons.
Okay,
Small tangent, Florida would be a great place for Deion to go.
Florida
Oh.
State would be a fucking
yes.
the best
This
place.
is the thing. That if,
Auburn.
let's take this, right? Let's say that Shador has a phenomenal year and he's drafted in the top 5, right?
As
Hold
long as
on.
he doesn't come to the Raiders.
Hold on. Let's say
We won't have a top 5 pick. We're good.
so let's say the kid's taken in the top 5.
Yeah.
But Dion only wins 5 games. All right. So he wins 5 games. He's now done in reality nothing. He's done nothing. He won 5 games. You're gonna give him another job?
At Boulder? Yes.
At Boulder, yes.
Oh,
But
elsewhere.
are you gonna give him
Listen,
another
no,
job?
no,
Do you
no.
give him
Yes.
give him another
Yes,
job?
because
Yeah.
he will revitalize Florida State like that.
He'll revitalize Florida.
The problem is not what it's not
Because
that
you put him in Florida, he's getting every
He's
fucking
getting
recruit.
every
that's
recruit.
fine.
Every
He
recruit.
can get
He
them
needs to get a
all.
better staff though.
Yes.
He can get them all. He cannot coach in game.
He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to.
He doesn't
Well,
need
he needs
to.
to sit
That's
there
the
like-
hugest thing. He needs to be an overseer.
He needs to sit there like Bobby Bowden and Joe Paterno and just sit there and say, all right,
Well, he needs to get a staff. I wouldn't bring him on if he won 4 or 5 games next year, because to me, that's not an accomplishment. Like you're not doing anything, and you had a top 5 quarterback on your team.
So if you're Florida and you go 5 and whatever, and you have an under 500 season, and Deion leaves Colorado, who else are you hiring? Who's better for the job?
I'm not hiring him because he doesn't win.
He
Like
doesn't-
I don't like the way he
He does-
coaches.
But
He's
that's
not- I don't
different.
think this is a
You
coach.
got to add
He's-
context. That's Boulder.
And this is the problem with Dion that I said when before he went to Colorado and Auburn offered him a job. You have to look at Dion with always this thing and Florida State's good right now. If Florida State falls off in 2 years and you're going to commit to bring Dion in and build your program, he will leave it the minute that if he succeeds, he will leave it to the minute that Florida State opens up, he will leave.
To go where?
If he goes to Florida,
That's it for him.
Eddie, if he goes
Other than the Cowboys,
if he goes to Florida, I'm not talking about Florida State. If he goes to Florida, let's say they have a bad year, Dion's available. Florida picks him up. Florida State has 2 shit seasons, or their coach leaves to go coach Clemson because Debo fucking retires. Whatever. He will leave to Florida State no matter what.
Let me ask you this: if that's true, as Florida, do you not see that as an investment? Okay, Dion comes.
He's going to take his players. He showed you already.
But still, Dion comes, revitalizes the program, and now we can make the job more desirable.
You guys are like, to me, if you thought that he revitalized Colorado, they were terrible. They won 4 games against 4 garbage ass teams. They were horrible.
They were the most relevant team for the first half.
But it's more than
For 4
football.
games. They were relevant for 4 games.
But it's more than football.
Before.
It's more than football. It's going 1-4, but it's him changing the damn GDP in Boulder.
He's not an X's and O's guy.
That's
Right.
Boulder. He's not doing that at Florida.
He does that anywhere he goes.
Anywhere he goes.
Florida's already there. That's the
not
thing.
right now.
In their city, they sell out. They're relevant. They're a top 25 program. You said it.
Yes.
So he's not going to revitalize shit. He will revitalize a program that wasn't a top 100 because he took his 2 sons there. He's not going to do that at Auburn. He's not doing that at Florida. He's not doing it. Those teams are already there.
I don't know.
How do we put a ball on this anymore?
They're already relevant. I mean, I don't like Dion as a coach, period.
We can finish up since we're already on talking about a coach. We can talk about who you think will be the coach of the year. This in general, or just SEC?
SEC.
Who do you think will be the coach of the year for SEC and then the player of the year in the SEC?
Player of the year.
Jalen Milroe and DeBauer. Easy money.
I like it.
Easy.
I like Josh Heupel and Jackson Dart.
Give me Sark. I think they go undefeated.
Did he get coach of the year last year?
The Big 12, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Big 12. I mean,
Obviously.
Ooh.
Yeah.
fuck. Congratulations. Week 3, they gave him the trophy. They had already engraved the motherfucker.
Beat
Week 3.
Alabama.
Yeah. So, no, I think, nobody else is good. I think Sark, because I think Texas goes undefeated. And player of the year, I'm going to say Beck.
You in this Beck shit.
I'm going to go Beck. I think they win the fucking SEC. I think
Why do you say that?
I think he's better than what people think he is.
He's for damn sure better than what was that? What was that loser's name that ended up going to the Rams? Bennett. He's way better than Bennett.
He's way better at what?
See what he's doing.
Back to back.
Not at winning.
Well,
back to back.
okay,
Not
okay.
at
I'll give
winning.
I'll give it to Bennett. Yeah.
Like he could be
I think he's a
skilled.
better
Like
quarterback.
Tim Tebow is one of the best college quarterbacks ever. He's not better than a bunch of other dudes.
If you got any money.
I'll go both the Bama coach and Jalen Milroe.
Same as Eddie.
What
do
you
you-
said too?
Yeah.
I said Heupel and Dart.
Okay.
I think I go Lane Kiffin and Clifton, whatever, however you
Lane
say his
Kiffin.
name. Yeah, and Jackson Dart.
Yeah, like that's a good one. I like Ole Miss. I think they're
I just think
plus
they're
without Nick Saban there.
Yes.
Without Nick Saban,
Yes.
I think that's like for Lane Kiffin at least, that's like a weight off his shoulders. Like fuck, when I play Bama, I'm not looking across at Nick Saban anymore.
I'd argue that opened it up like for all. I feel like college football took a breath when not only Nick but also Jim left too. Like both of them at the same time was like a.
Have you guys
We
seen?
can all
Have you
win.
guys seen the Hard Knocks, the first episode in Chicago with Eberflus? Right.
No.
Well, Eberflus played linebacker at Toledo or something, and his coach was Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Saban
Badass.
goes in first week and sits down like a student, and he's like, "This is what you need to do with Caleb," and just like gives a clinic on coaching. And a head coach in the NFL is like, "And then
Yes.
what, sir?
Yes.
Nick's gonna
And
help.
then what,
Nick's
sir?
gonna help
And
a
then do
lot
this?
of people.
And then do this."
Was he not in Seattle?
It was
with the
fucking
Seahawks.
awesome.
I think I saw
He was
that.
in Seattle with the
It
Seahawks.
was awesome.
Yeah, he was in. I saw him in Seattle.
Well,
with the Seahawks as
you know who's in Washington?
the coordinator, right?
The GOAT.
What
He's
goat?
helping with fucking the Huskies.
Oh, Saban?
No, the GOAT.
Brady.
What
LeBron
goat?
James is playing football.
Yeah.
The best football coach of all time.
Nick Saban.
Saban.
Bill
Oh,
Belichick.
Bill Belichick's in the University of Washington. That's
he's
right.
there every day.
That's right.
Huskies?
Every day with Jedfish.
I like Jetfish.
I don't like him at Washington. I don't think they're going to be very good.
I don't think so either.
Who
but
thought
that
he
ain't
would,
nothing-
should
who
have said
thought
that
he
you
would
were
be
in.
good at
I don't think that-
Arizona?
True. That is a very good argument. That is a very good argument. That is a very
I
good
wouldn't have left Arizona to.
I don't know
Hell
why
no.
the
No,
fuck-
Washington's a great
That
job.
was such a
It's
low
a- but
move.
dude,
No.
Arizona,
nice.
he's the second best team in the Big 12.
He took
Okay,
a
someone
lesser
offers you
job.
Another.
Lesser.
Yes.
Lesser.
I agree.
Lesser.
Look,
With his circumstances, lesser.
Wait, hold on.
U of A has weapons already. He's already
I'm
built a
talking about
No,
relationship.
no, he had
circumstances.
two guys. He had McMillan and his quarterback.
No,
Justin Flo.
exactly. Their defense was literally going to be one of the best defenses in the Big 12.
Bro,
They're going to be nice.
listen,
I think they're
Richard,
gonna be nice
Richard
this year.
Dice will kill me for this, but the University of Washington Huskies is a better job,
Yes.
than the University of Arizona
let's
Wildcats.
add context. The University of
You can add anything
Washington.
you want.
I'm going to. We're moving to the Big Ten.
Yeah, Ed.
We're better teams. We're moving without the guy that just went to the league, Michael Penix Jr., and one of the best receivers, Odunze. Okay, at Arizona, you're going to the worst Big Four conference with the worst defenses, with the worst talent,
yeah.
with a top 3 school.
Yo,
You
UW.
move down. I'm sorry. It's going to be uphill battle for him.
I
Was
think
it
so, too.
It
Arizona?
might be, but UW's a better job than U of A.
Who's his quarterback? The Rogers? Will Rogers?
It
Will
don't-
Rogers, Ohio State quarterback, right?
I always get their names mixed up.
It's uh,
Will Rogers and
Yeah,
the
the
other
other
dude.
one.
but isn't
The
he?
other
He's
one's
a
from
Mississippi
Kansas
State
State.
transfer, right? Or Kansas State transfer?
Will Rogers, no?
That's Ohio State.
We always
So
say,
then-
we always get
We always
this
get the
shit
shit
mixed up.
mixed up.
Yeah, it's Rogers
Will
and
something,
What the fuck is his name?
It doesn't matter.
it does matter because
It
Ohio
does.
State is gonna win the fucking whole fucking
No,
chingazo.
Oregon's going to win the Big Ten.
Ooh.
We'll do that
Later.
next
Oh,
week.
we'll do that next week. We're doing that next week. Ohio State win the whole fucking thing.
Nope.
Next week we'll do our NFL playoff predictions and our Big Ten.
Will Rogers.
Will Rogers.
Will Rogers.
It is Will.
So-
Rogers.
That's Ohio State.
No, that's Washington's.
Give me Ohio State's quarterback. I need to
I
find
need
that.
it.
I like Will Rogers, by the way. I like Will Rogers.
Really?
Yes. I don't think they're going to beat anybody good, but I
Who
like
does he
Will
have
Rogers.
to throw to?
Players. There's black dudes.
There's
They still got
one.
black dudes?
Black dudes on the
Will
team.
Howard.
Will Howard versus
Yes,
Will Rogers.
that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
it is.
yeah. Will.
Yubuka.
Double wills.
There's one. They always have one.
Yeah. I think Washington's will win 8 games. We'll cover that next week.
Next week.
Well, guys, let's wrap this up. I had a blast. I had a blast talking shit. I miss talking shit like this.
Yes.
It's only a week, Eddie.
Feels like a long
It
time
feels
because
like
he
a long
hasn't been here. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh,
Feels like forever.
The shit talking gets real when Ralph is here.
Yeah.
It's the point of the show.
We love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Football season is upon us. Listen, Rafa's going to give you a ton of great picks and football seasons. Get your money in order, man. Stack your chips because football season is here and we're about to give you some great blue chips.
Damn right.
CJ, you have anything to add?
Israel Adesanya will lose this week to Drexus Duplessis at UFC
I
305.
love saying drink is two places.
Drexus
I
Duplessis.
love saying
That's Saturday?
Saturday.
a real African.
Israel Adesanya will lose. He is. He is.
He
It's
is.
true. It's
Israel
true.
Adesanya is not born in Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's a
true.
real
He's a real
African.
African.
South Africa is in Africa.
Yes,
People
it
get
is.
all pissed off.
I
but
don't
it's
get
true.
They get mad because he's white.
that's what I say about me too.
Oh, Negro, please.
Negro, please.
Yeah, nobody's believing that shit,
Negros
Eddie. I'm
are
sorry.
Negro,
Money,
you tripping.
Eddie Money, don't ever wear your hat with hair.
Bro,
Don't ever
that
do
shit
that.
is
That's
out
not your
there.
style, dog.
I
You
was
look
I
like-
didn't even do it on purpose.
you look
No,
like
no,
the
bullshit.
Mexican.
You did that on purpose because
Dude,
you said, oh, I just have it right here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like the
We don't
Mexican.
hear that
rather-
shit.
yeah.
We heard that.
Hat backwards is way better.
Yeah, yeah. He looked
I don't
like
even like it
Mexican
backwards.
Dennis the
Like,
Menace
shake
over
the
here.
head. Go
Big
full
John,
bald.
we love you, man. You
I
lost 100
appreciate y'all
pounds.
having me here.
We missed those 100 pounds. We still love it.
You lost
No,
4
I don't
pounds.
miss
He
it
didn't-
at
He
all.
didn't get in the vert though. It's all right.
Bro, we could, bro, give me 2 weeks. Let's do it. Or do
Give
you
me
need more
right
time
now.
for your knee?
Oh, all right. All right, girls. All right, girls.
Calm down, ladies.
Simmer down.
Simmer down, ladies.
Yeah.
Simmer down, girls.
Oh, my deep brace.
Good shit. By the way,
Your thoughts on the way out, Big John?
It's always a pleasure to come onto the show. You know, you guys tell good jokes, good takes. I'm just always blessed to see you guys. You know, you guys are like a second family to me, so I appreciate it.
Here.
we appreciate you, Big Perm. For sure. This man has a fucking perm, by the way. Filipino perm.
It's real.
It's
It's not
okay.
a perm.
All
It's
right.
literally real.
Negro, it's a perm.
Crawford, you're bald. Okay, stop.
Yeah, I used to have a perm.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Negro, I know.
Run them photos.
Please.
Them black and white photos.
Oh, we could have Jay
No,
Photoshop
no,
that
Them
shit.
fuzzy photos that you got.
We'll put CJ's non-black hair
on
on your
that shot top. That shot top.
Shock top.
That's Choctaw, baby. Come
Fucking
on
Indian
now.
hair.
You got your Indian in your
Come
family.
on now, baby. Come on now, baby.
All right, fellas. Next week. Keep in mind, by the way, that LeBron James
Oh,
is the motherfucking GOAT. Damn right.
It's a show.
You're going down like a sweet muffin. You know who I'm talking about.
Patrick Mahomes.